This is George Senda, the guy from Pittsburgh. I have no idea where this is going, but it's going. So I'm here live on YouTube on my iPad because I couldn't get the stupid, whatever the hell it is. I give up. I don't know anymore. I'm sick of it. OBS, that's it, to work. So I'm here, and there's no chat here, so I'm just going to wing it. I don't know how this is going to work. Maybe I can go into my settings and see if there's a chat somewhere on my channel. Whoa! I have a phone call. I can figure out how to open it. Shut up! I hate this phone. Oh, God, I did it again. I can't believe I did it again. What the hell? I hate this thing. My iPhone, I can make a phone call. I can pick up the phone. No problem. No BS. Hello? No. Hello? Hello? The phone is ringing. The phone is still ringing. And now it's sending me to voicemail. Hello? Hello? What the hell is wrong with this thing? Hello? Making a noise like a Martian death machine. It's still ringing. Every time this rings, I hit the white button on the phone and I can't get it to answer and I want to disconnect you. Try me again. I'm here. I'm live on YouTube. Bye. It scares the crap out of me. All right, now. Sorry about that. I got to send an email telling about 12 people that I'm alive or something. Okay, hold on. So, give me one moment. I don't know what's going on here with this because I have no idea if anybody's even watching. And 6 Week Tenure called me, and every time that thing rings, I hit the white button, and I can't figure out how to pick up the damn phone because it's an Android phone, not an Apple phone. All right, I'm going to look at my channel and see if I is live, and maybe I can activate chat. I have no idea how this works. I've never done this in the iPad before. Let's see what's happening. And I found out I have to back up my whole hard drive on a new portable hard drive and then get. Okay, here we go. Oh, somebody's watching, but it's not me. Hmm. Or maybe it is me. I don't know. And I found the bill for the collection agency for Comcast. So it's after Alien Con, I will pay that off and get that bill paid off as soon as I can. I have other bills to pay off too, but I'll pay the $180 and switch to Comcast, so this won't buffer anymore. And I'm going to fix this. And this is not pets and animals. Sports? No. I guess film and animation. Okay, live chat is enabled. I should leave that for ME as Windows ME, but I won't. The worst operating system ever created, I think. And a real simple thing, I am back. And, all right, there it is again. All right, answer. Hello. Are you there? I answer, nothing happens. I'm not that technophobic, except this is a stupid Android phone. Hello. No, I'm not calling him. It still doesn't work. I don't know what's going on with stupid phones. I hate Android phones. This is a free phone. I'd never have an Android phone. So they get the money next year, buy an iPhone, a new one. And 6-week tenure, why is your damn phone on message? All right. Hold on, I gotta do this. I don't know what's going on. I can't give anybody my home phone because the haters will start harassing me. They already harassed me today, calling me fat, Kathy fat, why am I begging for money? The usual BS. Yeah. Take your phone off of the answering system so I can pick up. Bye. If anyone uses Android, let me how the hell you know how the hell you work on this phone, because I can't get it to work. I can call out. I just type Martubas. Yeah. By the way, this is the real and one and only Martinez tonight. Me, the guy from Pittsburgh, except no substitutes. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, that is. Okay. All right, we'll save that. Okay, that's saved. Now we got to figure out where the hell it is. All right. And there is supposed to be a chat in here. I know what I can do. I've called him before. I am not that dumb. Not always. So if you'll bear with me for a minute, I will call him on my landline. I have his number. Maybe that will work. And he'll take the stupid answering machine off. All right, now. Why? Oh, that's weird. Why is there no video? Here we go. Now I've got video. Ah! Oh, no. Oh no. All right. I'm going to hang this up. Hold on. Uh, I'm reading here, and I have trouble reading, so I'll ask you to bear with me because I can't see and read very well because this eye is not fixed yet. And I wish you'd take off your answering thing. I have called you about 6 times. All right. I am going to call you again. Or again. Turn off your messaging. All right. It's good to know, Mr. Cali Shotgun Libertarian. I'm glad I don't have to say that 3 times fast, otherwise known as Abram. Abram, the wanderer in the desert. So, okay, now. I'm dialing you on the phone, and your phone will be ringing. And I hit 2 4s by mistake. I put the number in wrong. Well, I don't know if that's going to work or not. No, that will not work. I put in the wrong number. I will try it again. Yeah. I need a brain, I think. Hold on. Now it's saying line in use. I'm not using the line, you stupid phone. Okay, hold on. All right, dialing. I don't know if he's dialing me back on this damn thing. I hate this phone. What do you want for free? Oh, God. 6 week, I told you could have come here. You could have brought Felix here. He might still be alive. Oh, this is so sad. Oh. All right, your message machine is still on. I'm hanging up. Okay, I'm gonna send people where the URL for this so they know where the hell I am. Only apparently 6 week and Abram know I'm online live, so I'm going to send this to everybody. And editor cryptocurrency. Maybe I should send that to him. I've got crypto video here. Okay, this will take a minute. My hard drive on my Mac has problems, and they said I have to get a new portable hard drive. Send everything in the portable hard drive as a backup, and then wipe my hard drive. So it's time for a new Mac. But I can't get a new Mac till next year, or even a newer Mac. Okay. Okay, I'm sending the URL to one person, and then I will send it to everyone else. Bear with me here. It takes me a minute to see what the hell I'm doing. And forward. All right, now. 6 week, if you can make your way here to beautiful frozen tundra, Martinez. There's not a lot of room in here, but I could fit you in the bedroom or something. You could sleep on the floor rather than a goddamn construction site. The cat would still be alive. God, this is why I wish I'd saved more money and not had a girlfriend and a lot of other things. I'd have money today. All right. I'm going to turn this phone off. All right, I've sent that to about 12 people. Let me move this off the screen. Well, actually, I got to go back into YouTube, don't I? So I can see what I'm doing. Well, I got 6 people now. That's more than I had before. And this thing is old. I don't know how the hell that's showing. I'll have to get out of that. This is old. So let's stop this. That's very weird. Okay, hold on. Let me. Apparently, I have now 2 live streams. I don't know why. So, I guess I have 1 live stream. It's very strange. I don't know what's going on. Hold on, let me. Okay. I don't know. I sure as hell can't hear myself. Oh, there we go. Wait a minute. Okay, I can hear myself now. And it's easier in the old days, and all I had to deal with the bulletin board system. Wish I had some adult beverages. I'd be drinking the whole damn bottle by now. It's been that kind of week. Breaking my cell phone. Oh, God. Well, you know, Abram, I'm burnt out on shootings. I don't want to talk about these shootings. I'm tired of shootings. I'm tired of all this stuff. Yes, this is Ice Station Zebra Fluffy. Ice Station Fluffy. Ice Station Fluffy is in the living room. So, all right. I'm going to try to call the mysterious 6-week tenure after I get the phone back on again. Hold on. What I want is psychic phone. I can just think the number and it will dial a damn number. Hold on. Now I got one phone acting weird. It turned it sideways, and this phone is acting weird. Okay. Adventures in Broadcasting. Why didn't I win the lotto 5 or 6 years ago so I could, hold on. I could own my own radio station. I could have an engineer and a technician, and they could show me how to do this BS. The phone is ringing. All right, the phone is still ringing. Yeah, I know that Sacramento had sleet and hail. I hadn't read the story yet, but I got KCRA sent me the news. Not in my apartment, we don't. Yeah, I could use that for a time machine. You're right, Raymond. Yeah, I could use that for a time machine. I go back and smack myself a few times and a few other people. All right, the phone is still ringing. One ringing dinger. 2 ringing dingers. Pick up the phone. Get out of the porta potty and pick up the phone. No man should be sleeping out in the cold, and no kitty, and no woman, no person, no animals. Well, it's not answering. Maybe he dropped it in the porta potty. God forbid. Well, I'm going to try it one more time. That did not work. All it does is ring. How the hell is he watching me if he's in a porta potty? All right, 6-week tenure. I'm on the phone once again. There's about 9 times now. It's not showing up on the screen. This is wonderful. Ting ting walla walla. I am on the phone, SWT, calling you. By the way, he has a more irritating phone than I have, for the record. I call on my iPhone that I broke the screen Saturday, but I could call him on my iPad if I weren't broadcasting, but he won't pick up the phone. I don't know what's wrong. All right, I'm done. He wants to call me on the cockamamie Android free phone. He can, but I can't figure out how to get that to answer. Auburn could maybe tell me. But what do let me ask Auburn. Anram? I'll be glad when I can see it in April. How? Oh. His screen is broken too, folks. Do I push to answer? Felix was a very pretty, very cute cat. He sent me pictures. The stupid Android phone. And why would anyone in their right mind use one? Okay. Anyhow, I did some cleaning today. I cleaned off the Mac desk and threw out literally an entire trash can full. Slide your finger over to the green circle on the left to the screen. Wait a minute. Slide your finger on the green. Shit. Well, they got a green trash can here. Hold on. Slide your finger over the green circle on the left of the screen to the right. I only see the green circle. I see. Okay, hold on. All right. I'm going to try. Oh, all right. Well, I hope a homeless man didn't throw him into traffic. I think he fell in the toilet myself. I'm going to try him on this stupid thing. How are you, Abram? By the way, can you guys hear me? I'm really sorry about Felix. I love tuxedo cats, and he was very, very cute. But if he was in that condition, why didn't he find a home for him, temporarily even? Hit the home button. I don't even know what the home button is. Oh, there's the home button. Oh, that thing. Looks like a house. Is that the home button? That's weird. You'd think you could hear the speaker. I got to hear if I hold it in my ear and shove it in my eardrum. Okay, thank you. He says the little house is the home button. This is a stupid phone. Look at this. I got it chained to my ear here. Yeah, I'm glad he got a job too. I told him what he should have done at the Safeway job before he quit though. Nope. Now it's back on again. All right. This is 10 times I called you. I can't get through to you. I don't know what to do. But Auburn told me how to answer the phone. I got to slide it from the left to the right, right to the left. I don't know. It might be Hebrew. I'm going to have to do it the other way. Who knows? All right. Have a good night. I'm so sorry about Felix. And you and I need to get together on the phone. I've been calling you for months. You never answer. Bye. All right. I'm done with that. Oh my God, no. Why would he do that to your sweet baby? I would have killed the son of a bitch in my cane. Oh, God, that's so cruel. There are truly evil people in the world. Truly evil people. I hope they arrested him. Six-week, maybe if you came out here, you could get a fresh start, find a job. God knows there's probably enough um, work for you out here in the Bay Area with all the graphics companies and things. I once had two little 8-year-old kids. They broke into our house the first time. Their sister did and stole my costume jewelry. And then they broke in a second time, trashed the house, and took my. We couldn't find my little cat, Teensy cat, my little Siamese, who was a little bit. She was very friendly, but she was a little bit retarded. She was born that way. She had a broken tail, very tiny though. She with full growth, she was only about this big. And her mama, Squirt Squirt, the Siamese, long-haired Siamese, beautiful kitty, a little cranky. Well, these two 8-year-old kids took my cats and threw them over a fence to a Rottweiler who killed them. And we called for hours, and we couldn't figure out where our cat. They always came home. And then it took me 9 months to find out in the city of Roseville that these were 8-year-old kids. Their mother was an alcoholic. They took liquor bottles in the house we were moving out of. Smashed them, poured the contents all over the carpet, then took lipstick on the white walls and wrote obscenities and stole men's magazines, a broken watch, and just basically trashed the house, these two little bastards. And the city said, we have to protect the identity of the minors. It said it wasn't our house. It wouldn't bother me as much, but we were renting the damn thing. The owner, when he found it, was furious. So that's the kind of evil people out there. So how are you all doing? Raymond, thank you for all your support. And Abram, I wouldn't have gotten through it. My kitties weren't for your help. I thank you. And by the way, I had two jerks also say that you're broke and you're using credit cards. They don't understand the concept. I lost my rent money. I had to pay 2 months rent. That ate up my cat food money. And that's why I was helping for cat food help. I'm not help. I'm not asking for me. I can get enough bread and stuff to last me a day or two until the Meals on Wheels delivers my meals. So I was asking for help for the kitties. Now I've got the First Premier Bank card. That will be paid Thursday. The first card will be paid. The second card will be paid. I'll be able to use it. $700. I take Fuzzy to the vet. And then I will go order cat food from Chewy, and I'll have cat food for 2 months. And after I take Kathy and get me food, take Kathy to dinner or lunch, get me food, buy her some food because she's having a hard time this next month too, then I will go and see about getting another portable hard drive and transfer everything to the portable hard drive and then wipe my hard drive. But the problem is I don't know what I'm going to do about all my, I can back it up. I have no idea what to do, my settings and all that. Thank you. Thank you, Autumn. Someone asked me, a woman, where could she send cat food? And, I've had people promise to help me out in the past. Nothing gets done. So I hate that people say, I had some guy who said he was in Dubai, his wife and he were going to come here. They were going to help me go shopping, help me clean up. They'd help me get food, take me out to dinner. That never happened. So, well, that was, 1984. So they're adults by now, if they aren't dead in prison. That's the kind of people that wind up being serial killers. Gee, where is that open lines? Jerry, Barb Tiller, Curtis Thornton, Steve Warner. I never learned much Hebrew. I was terrible at it. Um, I'm going to have to figure a new name for you. And my voice is going again. I was on the phone all day with Nordstrom. I got a letter from Kohl's saying one reason we're not giving you a Kohl's card is you don't have any real estate. I'm going, I live in an apartment. Hello? If I had real estate, would I need you? I'd have money. And they're still giving me this too much credit utilization. You've used too much credit, but if you give me credit, then won't have to use the other card. I just want to go there to get a Abram. Okay. How about a broom? A broom. There you go. Or Abe Crumb. I don't know. I'm just having fun with you. He knows that. Yeah, Abe. Or Abby. 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 Alternate ways to pronounce his name, none of which are right. Next on George Senda, the guy from Pittsburgh. By the way, this thing would not recognize my address. I'm in the park over there. And I guess we're buffering again. I'm not seeing a picture. Your battery is dead. Okay. And I can never type in it. It never works right. Oh. Say something. Something! Why does it never work when I try to type? Everybody else can type, but I can't type. Oh, it's going check spelling. That's why. Maybe. Anyway, 6 week, write me an email. We're going to have to get together on the phone. And I will have to. I'm joking, Abram. I'm joking. I can't type anything right now. What the hell? If I click on the right mouse, it says copy, select all, check spelling, and inspect element. I've told them at one store, Apple store, I can't get rid of that. I don't know why that's popping up. I'll just write him an email later. I haven't written you for months. I thought you were dead. So did Jerry. Nobody's heard from you. No, computers understand human language fine. It's that the people who design the software don't always know what they're doing because things that should work don't work. They're bugs. Yes, this is plugged in right now. See, there it is. If you can see it, it's plugged in. But because of the stupid buffering, okay, there we go. I've got myself muted for some reason. Because of the buffering, you can't see me, and now I can't hear me. So as soon as after AlienCon, I'll start paying that bill off. I have the letter. I cleaned and found the letter. And I pay it off, then I got to give $175 to Comcast, switch from Sonic to Comcast, and then work on, we'll have gotten our Prius by then, and then I will work on getting my own car and a new Mac, or a newer Mac, maybe a 2015 or something. The pawn shop in Oakland has 2015, so they'll let me make monthly layaway payments, but I don't know how long it'll take to pay a Mac off. After the first, I will go down there and see. So I washed some clothes today, and one dryer, the clothes never dry. So I called them up and say, hey, my clothes are not drying. This is the second time, and I'm tired of it. I'm losing money. And you can't hit them when you mess up. Sure, you can hit them. I can take this keyboard right now and smash it, but I'm not going to. I still want the NCIS computers. They work wonderfully, but nothing like that is available. Your cats are smarter than me. Well, my cats are kind of dumb. They just sleep a lot. Fuzzy's been coughing a lot, and I do need to get her out of the bed on Thursday or Friday. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out what this thing is. This was a legal notice for a lawsuit, but I have no idea when I got this. Not that it was junk, so this is last year. Not a lawsuit against me. Tiny is fine. I found out tonight that Tiny is owned by someone, but they have his papers. Now I get to type again. Someone donate the 6 week an iPhone so he can call me. The guy where Tiny One lives said he had forgotten that Tiny One. Now, I don't know if that's the case. I don't know if that's the case or he just wants to keep Tiny because he loves Tiny. He does love Tiny. Oh, tonight, tonight. I'm going to try to get Talkie to get to know Kathy, and then if he likes Kathy, then I'm going to have Kathy adopt him. I hope not either, but I'll tell you something. If it comes down where we have a really more horrible winter or Tiny One gets older and super hot and she's out there panting and no water, no food, I'm taking her back here. I've got to, Abram, I've got to find out from the county where I want to move to if that land is buildable. I will let you know. Otherwise, I will look for another piece of land. But that would have been perfect. More than enough room for all 13 cats. And I can't get my cats to do dishes, vacuum, laundry. They're terrible. They're just useless cats. They're cute, but some ladies on my channel said that on another channel said they're very, very cute. She loves Fluffy, so Fluffy is a fan. Well, they said I got to make sure it's not in a floodplain and that it's buildable. So I can't do that. I call the real estate agent and say, hey, what's the exact coordinates of this land, which I will not divulge, and then find out from there. So, yeah, well, if I'm not going to go out there till we have a car, of course. It's a long way away from here. And then I'm not going to go out there in the wintertime. So even if we have a car, it wouldn't be till like September. Like I'll look at the land, meet with a real estate agent, go to the county, find out if I can build on the land. Then I'd have to start arranging to buy it. And the other thing, I asked them about incinerating toilet. They never heard of it, and that's the problem with that technology. They still want you to build a septic tank, even though having an incinerating toilet means you don't need to have a septic tank because it incinerates everything. By the way, I found this when I was cleaning. This is the replacement modem for the modem I've got. This is uninfected by the evil Envy laptop. And no, I've not forgotten that I'm supposed to have that checked out. I just haven't had 50 bucks to spare. And I don't know if I showed this, but when I was cleaning, I found this. I haven't even read it. And yeah, I know she was a fraud, but I wanted to get all her books just for the hell of it and just to read and see what she said, how much it was BS or not. So this will get read this weekend. Of course, once you learn how to weld, you can teach me. You can. First project I'd like to do, if you know how to use drill, is I go get this cut, and we screw in a couple of screws in each side because this keeps falling off of here. And I already broke my cat gargoyle and something else. And I disconnected this to use the charging cable on my speakers, so I got to get that back. I got another cable for this, but I tried using the Alexa Dot cable, and it's proprietary. You can't use it on anything else. Yeah, well, first you see you draw a pentacle, and then you summon up the demon Incinerato, and then he fries the bureaucrat. I wish. You know, at times I wake up almost crying. I had a dream the other night where two women were ravishing my body. Oh, God, why me? And of course, I told Kathy, "Oh, no one would ravish your body." Well, you never know. They don't like heavy-set guys with one eye. Yeah. By the way, oh, hold on, Auburn, or SUT. Can you hear me? I never know if I can hear me or not. Oh yeah, that too. There's a piece of metal on the bed frame. It always cuts the crap out of my leg. Remember, government is there to provide government workers a job. I don't talk to Art Bell. I wish I did. But if I'm living in Nevada, Art might. Let me rephrase that. George sent me a message. They removed the Art Bell site off of 4chan. So by proxy, I'm being told Art Bell News by George Norrie. So there's a, what's that, 6 degrees of separation. So Art knows who I am. Art knows I'm a huge fan. If I'm moved to where I'm going to move to, I will be out there. But I'll be closer to Art Bell than I am to him now. So, and who knows, I might get in contact with Art and he might say, come on over and do an interview. There's no one like Art Bell except the late Hilly Rose, maybe, and Ira Blue, and Long John Neville, and Frank Edwards. Those were 4 people who did paranormal stuff back in their day. But the guy that was on around the same time as Art, or after, or just before, was Larry King, and he did stuff on UFOs. So, by the way, if you look on eBay, there are recordings of Long John Neville shows and even some Long John Neville records. They're on the want list of things to get. And I'm not going to say what I'm going to try to get. I'm going to try to get something, and it will be something new for my videos if I get it. And that's all I'm going to say. So we shall see. But I've often wondered why there's no paranormal in the daytime. I mean, some people work 7 to 3, or they work 3 to 11, or they work 11 to 7, and they wake up around probably 2 in the afternoon. All the paranormal's at night. Maybe the paranormal gods won't let there be a paranormal show in the daytime, but I don't think there are any paranormal radio shows in the daytime other than podcasts. I could be wrong. Damn it. Excuse me, my left eye has been hurting all day. And March 8th, I will go in the hospital overnight. You will not see me March 8th. Yes, and then there are the animal coyotes, not just the Mexican drug coyotes. He says he'll build the bunker and he'll be armed at all times. Well, I could get a crossbow. I am a night person, so love late. Damn it! Excuse me. Where'd my water bottle go? All right, what'd you do with my water bottle 6 weeks? Where did it? I can't see it. Oh, it's behind me. That's why I can't see it. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell you. I tried listening to late night radio, but I couldn't get the radio to turn on. Took a dinner, dancing, everything. Nothing happened. But back east, when I grew up, it's the same. It's a surgery that I had on this eye. It's going to be on this eye. I don't think they're going to have to put a glass thing in the eye. They're just going to take the cataract out. And the thing is, when they do that, that's not going to hurt as much of it. That's all they have to do. If they have to put a glass thing in the other eye, then it's going to take a month or more for the pain to stop. The pain still hasn't stopped in this eye, but that part of that's eye strain. I keep having to close this eye and look at this eye, which is the better eye, because this eye can't see with the cataract still there. It's been weird noise. 38, 48, 18. I'm trying to count my head, so bear with me. 72, 82, 92, 2002, 2012, 50, 56 years roughly since I've shot a weapon. And I'll put it this way: if America had to be defended by me, we'd be talking Japanese or German or Chinese. They have to go in and move the cataract. They do that with knives, and then they put a lens in. It's not the lens that hurts. The lens is fine. It's cutting my eye open that hurts. And I have to put these steroid drops in, and I haven't put them in today, and I'm supposed to. And I got a part of the problem in the living room. That's how my phone dropped. I'm putting it on that damn chair, and then things fall on the floor, and I can't see them. So, but the only weapon I've ever shot was, no, I take that back. I shot cap and ball a long time ago, Civil War gun. I've shot an M1 carbine and an M1, and I could still I could still field strip an M1. It would come back to me. Everything comes back to me, how to work on stuff. Fixed machine guns, so I wouldn't have to move around so much. How about a machine gun on a wheelchair? A powered wheelchair with a machine gun. That way I can go to Nordstrom and say, now here's my here's my damn phone. Can you see it now? Give me a credit card or else. Just kidding. Just kidding. Or tell the other guys, you don't have any real estate. Would you like to give me some and then you can give me a con? Yeah. I pity I don't have the thing from Pan Am that sold me 1 square foot of the moon that I got in the 60s, but that was lost when I lost my storage. Or the piece of Mars I bought from the cereal box. Yeah, wheelchair tank. Iron fat. Dum, dum, dum. Saw a guy on eBay had something I would love to have, but he lost the charger for it. And but the problem is it's $5,000. See, everything is, it's only money. Got to win the lotto or get monetized more. And you know, if my subscribers would each send me $1, you'd see me in something. I'd be behind the wheel of a car. I might not go anywhere, but I'd be behind the wheel of a car. Still don't have my license, and that's another issue. I got to go to my regular doctor and say, let's stop screwing around. Test me for stroke. Give me back my license. Well, I thought we saw that with the Black Ironside. He was an Ironside with an attitude. That lasted about 3 episodes and went bye-bye. Because, you know, Ironside was gruff and could be mean and stern, but he was never an asshole. And that guy was an asshole. Excuse my language, you do. He might have been a good actor, but the show was terrible. So, you can't substitute certain people for roles like Perry Mason, Ironside, Maxwell Smart. And I'm not doing that well. I was doing that the other day and cracking some people up on the phone. I was doing Don Adams. But my mouth has to be not dry. What do you believe? I lapse in and out of that from time to time without thinking. I suddenly say, doing Don Adams. No, because it is copywritten and they'll take the video down. I'm questioning the Subaru because I see those commercials where, you know, the little girl starts out, she's got a bandage on her leg, then she's at the prom and they give her the Subaru. She goes out by herself with her learner's permit with no adult supervision, and then, or they got the black couple where they're out with their car and the Subaru gets totaled and, oh, it's all because of our Subaru. Well, this is a Korean car. I question whether or not it's good or a piece of crap. By the way, you did not watch, which I watched every week for the brief time I was on, Kingston Confidential with Raymond Burr. He played a newspaper owner. So that's one you may not be aware of. I thought they were made in Korea. By the way, what the hell is a Subaru? What does that mean? We got your money. Good luck. There's another thing. Guy did a video and he said, I got land in the backwoods. So my thought was, and then it popped into my head, why are there never any front woods? Because you got backwoods or the back 40. Nobody ever talks about the front 40. I wonder why that is. Now, I'm going to do something tomorrow night for those of you who are watching this. I'm going to reinstall Patreon. It will not be on YouTube because I don't know how to copy it to YouTube. I saw a guy, he's got 200,000 views with his Patreon videos. And I'm going to go back. I'm going to go on Patreon tomorrow night. And I'll do it. But I may be lazy and do it from bed. So prop myself up with about 15 pillows and a couple of cats. And not really. And go on Patreon. And that way, Patreon does not have any buffering like YouTube. So, yeah, well, Bobby Troop's dead, and so is his wife, the beautiful and talented Julie London. Oh, God. So, And of course, my parents and I, we traveled Route 66. I traveled it once or twice. Yeah, it's just that it amused me. The backwoods, not Ed Woods and not James Woods, but the backwoods. Is that where the gay Bigfoots live? The backwoods? I don't know. I always wondered about it. Are there any gay Bigfoots out there? Well, my mouth's weren't dragon do ground show. Huh? Say the secret way, and a chupacabra come down from the ceiling. And I got an hour of sleep Saturday, one because it was too cold, and two because I went back to my paranormal roots and watched 2 episodes of The X-Files on YouTube Live. So I was watching The X-Files, and had a really yucky episode, and one that was bad, and I couldn't stay up to watch the third one. It's about there's one more episode to watch, and the next ones are forthcoming. But I suspended my DirecTV Now membership till I get my card taken care of, and I really can't afford right now $35 for another live TV service. I got I went into T-Mobile, and I found out after Alien, everything's after Alien Conquest. It's cost me a fortune. It won't cost me much. It's $60 to $90 to take the train down, about $109 to fly back, which I'm going to do because I don't think my back could take 28 hours of sitting in a train seat. And then it's $500 for the hotel room. This is why I couldn't understand why people didn't want to donate to the GoFundMe site for the both of us, because the hotel room was outrageous. The ticket's outrageous. Yes, UFO with the purple hair and gay. I'll think of it at 3 in the morning. Gay something. She's dead. Everybody's dead in that show now, sadly. But I was all of 18 and watching that show and drooling a lot. Oh, White Crow. Hello, White Crow. How you doing? God, what the hell was her name? Gay Ellis. Gay Ellis. Comes back. Everything comes back to me if I think long enough about it. Now there's a thought. The gay Bigfoots fight the Neanderthals with high-yield pumps or something. Darth Vader linked you and Surigab. Ah. The hormones. Is that the female side of the Ramones? One of the episodes of the X-Files said the Ramones are alive and they're in this alternate universe and they're not fighting. I'm not going to ruin the plot for you if you haven't seen it. And I made a few horrors moan in my time, but that's another story. Well, let's put it this way. If I won the lotto, I'd try to figure a way to get a couple small, very small tactical nukes and nuke MV and a few other people. You didn't get notification, White Crow, because I don't remember how to email you, and I had to do this fast because the stupid OBS wouldn't work. And where the hell is Steve Warner and Curtis Thornton when I need them for help? So I saw in this, quite by accident, this app on YouTube that an Asian fellow, I don't remember his name, but that's why I'm using this now, I could go live on my iPad. So I said, screw it, I'm going to go live. Okay, hold on a minute. This is falling. I don't want to fall down on me and break. That'll be the end of me. Planet of Ex-Girlfriends and Hell. Well, I had some women I known who weren't that great. I had one that got mad after 11 years when I told her I loved her. And yet other people said, George is nice. You should go with him and get to know him, and he really likes you. So she got really furious. And no, Curtis is not going to Alien Con because we only got about $350. No one was donating. I canceled it. No one was donating a dime because, you know, the haters are putting out, oh, he's a con man. He's not going to go. I'm going to go if I've got bubonic plague. I'm going. I mean, I'm being sarcastic, but I'm going. I checked Amtrak last week and they said $60 to $90 one way, depending. I don't know, depending on what. Maybe they stick me and hang me from the baggage car that isn't there, or the caboose that isn't there. I mean, but I'm going. It's just sitting in a railroad seat for 14 hours is going to kill my back. The Little and Honest John need about 20 people to use. I don't need that. I just need an ice cream truck. And then a really heavily powered Segway to leave town. I can set that off at any time. Just, you know, have the ice cream truck and put a table out, free ice cream. And well, the hotel room, I'm going down Thursday morning. You will see me, by that point I'll have I don't get a mouth transplant. By that time I will have paid the $75 to T-Mobile to go live Wi-Fi anywhere to be able to stream. So I won't have to run home or go to a Starbucks. My God, I've been on this thing for an hour now. And the train trip is 60 to 90. Kathy said you take your own food. Okay, I'll get a rickshaw. I don't care how new can be, you know, as long as it gets there. Warn everybody else to leave town, but we'll tie him to a chair, cover him with honey, and put fire ants on him. Anyway, I'm being distracted. Abram, let me finish. Please, I will take the train down Thursday morning, the ungodly hour at 6 a.m. I hope the coffee's good. The little snack bar to Amtrak does not. Well, I'm going to have my ticket in advance, but they said you have to do it 3 or 4 days in advance. I can't do it now, or would do it this week. They said it's too early. Go to Union Station. Be doing videos all the way down. Hope I can stay up for 14 hours. And then take whatever means of public transit, or if I can get Uber to work, I can go from Union Station, LA to Pasadena to the hotel, check in and collapse. And then have them wake me up about 8 o'clock in the morning, go down to have breakfast. I'm almost tempted to move to Pasadena for one reason. The buses are 30 cents for seniors. And then check into at the convention center across the street. Then I have an issue with the hotel, $500 for the weekend, and they charge for Wi-Fi. So I'm going to try to talk to the manager and say, look, all you have to do on the plane, you tell them you're a diabetic. You take the food with you. There's not a damn thing I can do about it. So I've been told that by people who take stuff on the bus or whatever, too. You tell them you're a diabetic. You lie. Not that I'm going to lie, but while I'm down there, I already looked at the bus routes. There's a Ralph's down the street. I will be eating one hot meal a day because I can't handle sandwiches and stuff. So I'll go get bologna and cheese. The room will probably have a small refrigerator. And I might take down my crock pot. Maybe they have a microwave. And cook something. Even if I have to eat a cup of soup, I don't care. Eat one hot meal in the evening. So I'll be down there Friday, Saturday, and then I'll leave Sunday night. And then I got to try to find a plane, reserve a plane, escape from Pasadena, and then come back on the plane to San Francisco or Oakland. No, Curtis was going to pay the way out of the crowdfunding. We asked for $5,000 from people. No one would donate. No one showed up at or said they're going to show up at the meet and greet either I had on December 4th. So this is why I got no notice. I'm going to show up and meet you. So, and I still get the shirts for sale, by the way. I will be buying a shirt, one of my own shirts, and wearing that. And I sold an Art Bell shirt again. And I got to contact them how to get the commissions for that. And I may take half of that, donate to charity. And I've not forgot about donating to the disaster funds. I just haven't had the spare money. I'm not going to get food poisoning. We drove across country with bologna and cheese and bread in the inside of an unair conditioned car with just a cooler with some ice. It's all you need is a little, whatever they're called, whatever model it is. They make those big coolers. You can get little tiny ones. You put ice in it or an ice pack, and it keeps the food cold. I don't see the point of trying the ghost tour if no one says they're going to show up. I mean, that was the whole point of the meet and greet. Meet and greet me. We have dinner. You pay your $20, and you get... Well, the other problem with that, my heart's fine. They tested the crap out of me at the emergency room. He said, my heart's fine. I have no problem with it. It was acid reflux that caused the problem. If I eat too much vegetables, I ate the strange colored red pepper, maroon pepper, whatever the hell it was, and the asparagus, and it attacked me. So, well, I tend to not keep a lot of leftovers. I usually eat everything. And a guy, oh, you're shoveling your face. Well, look, when you have nothing to eat or you have been eating bread for 3 days, you get food, you don't even think about wolfing it down. He says, you don't eat very nice. Well, that's not the point of me showing my eating. And this is a guy from Germany. He started to insult me in German, and I can read German to an extent. So I blocked him, and I blocked the other hater, too. So, du bist ein Esel. And verstehen Sie, ja? So, if he watches this, I just call him something in German, the only curse word I know. So it's not really a bad thing per se, but no, they test me with a machine, they test me with EKG, and your heart's fine. That's about the 6th time my heart's been tested. So, and this guy was, you're fat. Yeah, I'm fat because I broke my knee. I got a bad other knee. I got a bad ankle, a bad back, arthritis. Now my left hip's hurting. My right hip's hurting. Arthritis in the hands, sciatic nerve problems, paralyzed left foot part of the time. Sciatic nerve pain going up and down both legs and both feet. And if I sit too long, the bottom of my back hurts because I found out there's 3 crushed discs and 1... bulging disc, something like that. Looked at my medical records and saw that from the MRI I did on my back. So yeah, there's days where I can't get out of bed because I can't feel my foot, which wouldn't stop me from driving. I drive my right foot with the shoes off, which is illegal in some states, but I can't feel the pedal, even before I had this problem. Haven't had a real meal. You shouldn't give a damn how you eat, and do you want to try the CBD pills? Let me think about that, but let's do that privately. Now, I do give a damn about how I ate, but I ate all those vegetables and they attacked me. So, and I got pain meds. Now, I'm running out. No, I don't know what those are. Avram, let's not discuss my medication questions and answers in public. That's between you and I. I got enough people would start saying, oh, he's into drugs now. He's into drugs. Yes, I'm into drugs. I took 4 aspirin when I thought I was having a heart attack a week ago. That didn't work either. They told me chew the aspirin. They gave me a chewable aspirin at the hospital in the ambulance. Oh, I just went gagged. God, that stuff's nasty. It ain't St. Joseph's no more. I should have stockpiled these, even if they were expired. They were great if you were a kid. You ate an aspirin and you felt fine. So I have 1 tramadol left, and I have the 600 milligram ibuprofen for pain, mostly headache pain. I have been having one thing. My head gets red hot and it feels like a vise here. And I don't know where that's coming from, but it's driving me crazy. So, speaking of drugs, the California legislature is looking at authorizing veterinarians to give pets, dogs and cats and horses, pot to alleviate their anxiety. I keep wondering I should give Patty some pot to alleviate my anxiety because she keeps calling me up about Ratty Patty. Let's see what Kathy's doing. We'll make a Kathy call. Before it gets too late and she goes to sleep. Or puts me to sleep. Hello. I'm still. Can I finish my sentence, please? I'm still on the air. I called to see how you were doing and if you want to talk on the speakerphone or not to my 16 people watching me. Okay. By the way, some homeless guy in Denver took 6 weeks, 10 years, cute little kitty Felix and threw him into traffic. Killed his kitty. 6-week tender has been homeless and living in a construction site because they condemned his building. But he killed his cute little Felix. Imagine Fuzzy being killed. That's what he did. It's horrible. So, all right, I'll let you go. I'll talk to you tomorrow. I'm going to be on here for a while, and then I'm going to bed. See you later. Bye-bye. Well, she said she didn't know what she would say. That's got to be a first in 40 years. Kathy does not know what to say. Believe it or don't. Where you going? Abram, where you going? Now you're leaving. No, Kathy would have taken the guy and beat the living crap out of him. She saw anybody doing that to a kitty or a dog or an animal. You live in Kenosha, Wisconsin. Isn't that where Orson Welles came from without looking up the book? I've got somewhere. I think it's in the other room. Let me see. Yeah. I think that's where Orson Welles came from. Anywho, yeah, it's just I'm so mad. I've told 6 Week that if he ever got into bad straits to come out here with the kitty, and I would have let him stay here until he got back on his feet. Not supposed to, but I would let him sleep in the floor here. He could have slept in my exclusive video chair. I charge him $1 a day rent for the chair, you know. But, I don't know why he didn't take me up on it rather than sleeping where he is. Yeah, I'm very sad by that because he looked like a little cutie. And I'm still hoping to get Talkie to go with Kathy. That way he has a home. It was a baby still. I think it was like maybe a year old. I don't know. 6 Week, how old was the baby? He'll tell me. Let me see if he'll let me. I'll say a prayer for him tonight. I know he didn't deserve to die like that. These jerks that take dogs and throw them out into traffic and kittens and cats, they should be taken. Oh, he was still a baby. Oh my God. That's even doubly terrible. He wasn't even full grown. He wouldn't even get life. I've had cats get run over. I've had cats die of cancer. I've had cats dying of cancer, wasting away, losing weight, and just they went off into the day or the night, and we never saw them again. But this is Foxconn. Foxconn? Convention for foxes? Or furries? Who knows? Are you asking me or are you asking Raymond? I'm in California, White Crow. Area 51 sign fell down. He's in Denver, Colorado somewhere. We should get torches and pitchforks and impale him maybe. I have no truck with killing and abusing animals, and for that matter, people. One of the dreamers, 21, she wanted to kill all the fellow students at her university. Arrested her. So much for the dreamers, not criminals. My friend Paul has a big argument. You hate immigrants. No, I don't hate immigrants. I don't like illegal immigrants. They shouldn't be here. They should be all deported, including the dreamers. You don't reward amnesty. You don't reward citizenship with an illegal act. What? I've got somebody writing in Russian somewhere on my screen. I have, hello, до свидания. That's Odin, Seva, Niet, and Da. That's all the Russian I remember. So welcome. Assuming that's Russian and not some other Cyrillic language that I can't read. Even when my glasses were good. Mobile strike's bugging me. 77:18 and 8:31 after the hour. I always used to say it on today. Foxconn makes screens for iPhone. What disappeared? Now I can't. Oh, building huge plant in Wisconsin. I hope they're building a factory too, not just a huge plant. I could just see this 600-foot tall plant, you know. I don't read Russian. I get guys commenting on my channel. I don't read Russian. I don't read Greek. I don't read other languages. My grandparents were Yugoslavian and Hungarian and Czechoslovakian. Czechoslovakian, Hungarian. And my mother comes from what was East Prussia, which was Lithuania, and was German. And other relatives were from Japan, and my ancestor was Alexander Dumas, a Moor who lived in Spain. But I don't read a lot of foreign languages. But hello anyway. I am going to get up because it is time for my fix. I've been cutting down because I don't want to have reflux attacking me. So if you'll bear with me for, how am I going to do this? I'm going to turn this around so I can adjust my clothes for a moment and have it drop off the desk. And yeah, okay. I'm wearing my long underwear, so I'm warm. And now I'm going to go get my coffee. I'm going to make some coffee. I shall return. And I am back, or front. Hold on. Now I'm going to show you something. I have never used this cup. This is decoration in the kitchen, hanging on a hook. It is sacrosanct. So, but in honor of the beloved little Felix. That's too hot. There you are, Felix. I'm sorry you're gone, little one. Felix the cat, the wonderful, wonderful cat. And I can't find my other Felix the cat, so I bought the Borders cat, Henry. And he will wave at Felix in the beyond. And the cat in the hat, who has seen happier days. He's been sitting on a bookcase for 2 years. I think his hat's kind of broken, spring in here or something. He's got Hattis interruptus. Oh, he will wave at Felix too. All right, they won't sit there. The Lucky Pharaoh says live kitties. I have stuffed kitties. Lots of kitty things. Don't just watch the video. I was amused to watch the Lucky Pharaohs, and I don't remember her name. I've subscribed to her channel, but this girl's cat, her sweet little white and gray tabby, was watching the Lucky Pharaohs on a tablet and fascinated. Didn't move or anything. So, what's going on here? So this thing's still buffering. Bulgarian. I've never had Bulgar or anything Bulgarian, so all I know, they were always the bad guy in their spy movies. They would get some guy, this is Vladimir, he is Bulgarian. I think there was a Bulgar in the, from Russia with Love. There may have been a Bulgar in there. Well, 6 Week is a commercial artist, so I don't know what good he could do doing iPhone screens, unless he could draw cartoons on the front. I don't know if that would help much. I am surprised at Google. They will translate web pages when you look them up, but they won't translate chat, which is odd. I like your panda. Thank you. And thank you all for coming here. I'm very rusty at this, and normally I would have something to talk about rather than nattering on incessantly. And speaking of cats, hold on, Fuzzy. Hold on. There you been. Okay. We have the live cat, the live Felix. Fuzzy the cat. Fuzzy the cat. Fuzzy the cat, the wonderful cat. So Fuzzy says hello to everybody. My baby. This is the baby of the three. Even though they're all probably the same age, she is the little baby cat mentality. Hello, my little baby cat. So there's Fuzzy. And if you were to come out here and you found a job, I would get you another kitty. God knows there's thousands of kitties in Martinez wandering the streets, but we'd find you a kitty 6 Week. Kitty, you could be loved and where it could be safe, and you could be safe. Well, someone send 6 Week a bus ticket. And a few bucks so he could make sandwiches on the trip. I've done that on Greyhound. Cheese and bologna. No refrigeration. It didn't live that long. Oh, Murdoch. I pity the fool doesn't come in my videos. And Fuzzy is. For a cat that's got a respiratory infection, usually most cats do not eat. She's been drinking a lot of water and eating a lot of dry food, so. The problem with Tiny One is she really hated being indoors. She wants to play in her house, even though it's not entirely safe for her. 2 nights ago, I had to take my cane and swipe at the raccoon. It kept popping out of the hole under the house where Tiny One and Talkie live, and it kept trying to eat Talkie's food. And after the third time it got the message, I likely bapped it on the nose with a spoon. That didn't work. So I took my big heavy cane and went oom, 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 and it scared Talkie. So finally, the third time, the raccoon went back in the hole under the house and left. But they will go up there and eat Tiny One's food and Talkie's food, and they'll go over and eat the other kitty's food. Squeaky keeps meowing at me as if he is Orangey, and then I realized there's a round white circle on Orangey's back, and I realized it's Squeaky's instead. And Squeaky, I leave him food over here, and he stops eating it. And when Orangey shows up, I give Orangey food. He goes over and forces Orangey out of the way of his own food. I go, Squeaky, knock it off. So I don't know what I'm going to do about Squeaky's because he's very aggressive about other kitties' food. And I don't know how to solve that. He wasn't, but the problem is I go there one night and he's there. And the next night he's nowhere to be found. And so that means the following night he's starving. He hadn't eaten anything. And I had somebody comment, oh, you could stop feeding them, cut down the feeding, and let them eat rats and bugs and lizards. And are you kidding? I said, with all these raccoons around, the creek is right behind my house. There ain't going to be no rats. There ain't going to be no mice. There ain't going to be no lizards. There may not be birds. Nothing moves that's small will not be eaten by the raccoons. So cats will be way behind on the dinner list. It's one reason I want the land. Everybody goes with me. And hopefully none of them will have leukemia or kitty AIDS. They'll all be well and they look well. Well, don't make political comments on here. I don't want anybody. I still got to put the drops, but I got to find it. I moved everything on the Mac table, so I will feed the cats. Who do you think is going to feed the cats, White Crow? You? Somebody else online that doesn't send me cat food? I'm doing it now. Put them all in a box. That's why I'm building the container house. They'll be in a box. In fact, several of them. I'm going to build the container house in a rectangle. So there's an interior courtyard. That will be domed with Abram's help. And the dome will be there with a openable skylight for air and fake grass. We'll put you in a small lunchbox from the 1960s. Probably the Partridge Family. We'll stick that in there. You can live in there. Oh, well, I'm trying to get to where the medications, I've got them on one spot now, next to the back, on a shelf next to the Mac. Well, that's right. I'm not rushing at all, so we're even. But you're doing better than I could. The cats are all going with me. The biggest one to catch is going to be Papa Cat. I'm going to have to get a trap for him. He won't go near me. He goes near the Korean lady. She might be able to put him a carrier for me. They love her. But then she feeds him chicken and ground beef and tuna, so they go crazy for her. I just feed them Friskies. Look, I don't know what your real name is in English, but the fact you know some English and Russian, you're way ahead of most dumb Americans. I feed 13 cats, White Crow. And I would have gladly fed, I keep thinking Mickey and the one that disappeared during the thunderstorm. And I keep thinking Pinky. I would have gladly fed Felix. So 13 kitties. Fluffy, little girl, Fuzzy, that's mine. Papa Cat, Mama Cat, Kitten, that's the 3 downstairs. Orangey, Squeaky's, Gray, Pretty One, original Pretty One, so there's 5 more, and Tiny One, and the new Talkie Siamese. So And one reason I hate when people start bitching about them spending money on credit cards, it costs me, the last time I bought cat food, wet and dry for the cats, dry for mine, and dry for the, I leave food out for Mama Cat. That's how I broke my iPhone. Every morning I leave food out for Mama Cat and Fluffy and little girl and kitten. And sometimes the bully cat comes here, so technically 14 eats their wet food, pushes them out of the way. There's a bully tuxedo cat, tuxedo gray. And Papa Cat has come up here occasionally, but he's too frightened of all the people. So technically it's 14 cats, and the lady downstairs feeds the 3. She loves the 3 downstairs. So we have Fluffy's Baker's dozen, 13 cats, and with the bully cat, it's 14. And when I spent money in January before I lost my rent money, or I spent $125, and there you might be able to hear Fuzzy sneezing. She's been doing that for about 2 weeks now. I just hope she didn't pick up anything from a tiny one. She has to have her shots. Fluffy has to have his shots. Little girl has to have her shots. And I should give a shot to Patty just so I don't get rabies. That's another story. Oh, I've been hearing all these Patty stories. It drives me crazy. So I only ran out short of money because I had to pay an extra month's rent. Now my rent's paid for February and March. I got my first kitty 40 years ago. Actually, 4 kitties. With a man that knew nothing about cats. Because we never had a cat. My mother hated all my pets. The only pets I had. She did like my dog, but he protected me against somebody hit me in the head with a brick, and I went unconscious, and they jumped over a 12-foot fence and tore the kid's arm off, so we had to give him away. Once the neighborhood was up in arms, and then they got told by a neighbor who watched the whole thing, he said, no, the dog was protecting its master. The guy hit him in the head with a brick, and he went down. For all the dog knew, his master was dead. Ooh, he went nuts. But he was a trained seeing eye dog, so... I have these CDs here. I have no idea who they are. I'm going to show you these. I know some of them aren't, but these wound up in a bin. I took the cases out of some of them, but some of the cases were broken. Dave Caw's Lucky Man. If you know who this is, let me know. This is Dave Caw's. I've never heard them. My CD drive in my Mac is broken, so I have no way to listen to CDs. Roy Orbison, Black and White Night. Another Dave Caw's The Dance. Yanni Tribute. I don't know who Yanni is. The Coors. Well, I see a Jig Ear and the Minstrels. I suspect this might be some kind of Irish group. Belinda Carlisle, Her Greatest Hits. I've never heard of her, and I've never heard of her greatest hits. So, these were in the recycling bin one night. I pulled out about 50 CD cases for the 500 CDs I had. I needed cases for CDs. The cases had gotten broken. Billy Joel's Greatest Hits, number 3. I didn't know he had 3 sets of greatest hits. And finally, someone that I've listened to 2 of her songs, but I don't like her politics. Speaking of Cher. So that's those who are sitting here. And for those who are not into old school like I am, this is what we used to do in the old days. We had cassettes. We would listen to music on them, and we would record on them on a machine. And we would play them back. And then one day, somebody stole my cassettes out of my Chevy. I had a suitcase full of these songs that have not on, never showed up on CD. But this is the 70s and 80s technology we had to listen to, folks. You got it lucky now. Your iPads, your iPods, your Android phones, your iPhones. This was music way back when. This is from Radio Shack. I was going to get rid of this. I may keep this. This might be collectible in 20 years. This is my mother's house. She was recording oral memories of the family, and I should find another player and maybe record those for YouTube. Sheev, what Sheev? I know Shiva, the prayer for the dead. Yeah, Louis Maximilian the Third, with some other names. He was a dog that was owned, that came from a female that was owned by Queen Elizabeth. So that my mother got him somehow. I don't know how. Sweet dog though. Let my nephews and nieces ride him. They say my Chevy. Oh, Chevy. Chevrolet. It's short for Chevrolet. Sorry about that. Chevrolet is the brand of car. One of the better cars General Motors ever put out. By the way, I met a couple in the post office today, and I was talking about my mail, and I said, "You're a brave man going out with a jacket," and he said, "No, my mother didn't work for the CIA. She was a nurse, but she was doing things under the table for people. Political. She was a courier, kind of. Long story. Anyway." This young black couple, no racism there, that's what they were. The black man said his late grandmother worked for General Motors for 50 years, and she had GM stock, and yeah, it's an American car, cutie, and I said, well, it might be worth something. Apparently, she had a certificate of several hundred or several thousand shares. And I said, this depends on whether or not it's before or after the GM bankruptcy. You really need a stockbroker to find that out. And TD Waterhouse will tell you for free. And looked up the provenance of the stock shares. They might be into a lot of money, or they may be into nothing. I said, you could always sell it on eBay. He said, I'm not going to sell that. Yeah, I got offered work with them, but I didn't want to do anything illegal. So there's a lot of things I've done that I've never talked about, including showering with the cat, trying to give him a cat bath. Never do that. And not advised. No, monkey, poor little cat. Climber cat, monkey, that was his three names. No, not murder for hire. They wanted me to curry money, port money around. That's all. I respectfully declined. Let's put it this way. I'm clipping my toenails during that time. Oh, God. Heather Wade is the quasi-successor to Art Bell, a person who had no experience in broadcasting, podcasting, or being a producer, and somehow she weaseled her way in to become Art Bell's radio producer. And some say some like her and others can't stand her. I heard one show of hers, and she went on for a good 15 minutes describing the late and lamented Father Malachi Martin, may rest in peace. And there was a movie about Father Malachi Martin, and I called up and said, you never mentioned when the movie's coming out and where we could see it. And go on for 15 minutes about it. She was well versed in the knowledge of Father Malachi Martin, and the haters said I didn't email him, and I got the wrong email address. It was a Gmail address, and then before that it may have been Hotmail or something. I just can't remember these things. And are you kidding? Let's put it this way. I've seen trifectas at the track better looking than Heather Wade. But well, you can talk about cats. Remember, Art used to talk about what was his name? Comet the cat and the other cats. Comet hid under the house too, was being attacked by cats out in the desert, get eaten by coyotes. So no, she's not pretty. Horseface. Hello, Wilbur. I misread what I just saw, Wilbur. So So that's my opinion. If Heatherway doesn't like it, too bad. She has cats. That's one point up for her. But of course, what the cats think, that's another time. But the cats are very. You feed me, I love you. You don't feed me, I hate you. I'm going to go to sleep. I love my kitties. I don't know if you're referring to me or 6 week, but I heard of that one night, turned it off, and never listened again. A greaser? No, 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 no. I was the glad. I was the mistake. I was this. I was conservative before I knew it, even though I was a liberal growing up. Uh, my mother made me wear a suit and vest like Michael J. Fox. Sorry, White Crow. I ain't gonna listen to Heather Wade. I got other things to do, like sleeping, watching the X Files, playing Vikings. I had a briefcase in the 7th grade. That's another point for. Yes, may Ramona Bell live rest in peace forever. But I went to school and got beat up every day until one day I got fed up because at that point I was living at the school in an abattoir, an attic room that was angled like this, and every time I got up out of bed I hit my head. But I had learned how to drive a car of sorts when I was working at the age of 12 at a Cadillac dealer in San Francisco. Could park cars with a phone book underneath me and could reach the pedals and wash the cars and got paid, I don't know, 30 cents an hour after school and on the weekends. I washed Cadillacs good and or well, I was did a good job at it. And all the salesmen liked me, and so I was able to drive after short. So one day, my chief tormentor, Tommy Sawyer, was walking down the driveway to school, and most of the other students were gone. The teachers were gone. So I got in one of the vans. And they kept the. This is different from today. They kept the. Hold on. They kept the keys in the van, so I got behind the wheel, turned the van on, put it in the drive, and chased him for about 5 or 6 or 7 blocks down the lawns, down the sidewalks of the area the school was in, private school in Washington, D.C., and managed to pin him against the wall. And I got out, and he couldn't move. I had him pinned against the wall. I managed to drive the van close enough to the wall to where I did not squash him. And I said, if you ever mess with me again, I will kill you. Well, that was on a Friday. The following Monday, the whole world changed in that school. Girls who never gave a second glance to me, including this girl named Doreen, were all over me like an octopus. And Tommy went and told all the guys in the school, if you mess with me, you mess with him, you'll have to mess with me. Nobody lay a finger on him. And I got new respect. One girl even, she was going to Japan. Her father was a diplomat, U.S. diplomat, and she went and got on top of the desk and did a striptease, stripped down all the way down to her underwear. And I was like, oh my God. So, and Doreen caught me drinking water in the bathroom. It was a communal bathroom with a water fountain in there. And, well, she kissed me down to my feet. So that was exciting. The prettiest girl in school. So, but then we moved to Pittsburgh, then Las Vegas, then back to Pittsburgh, then back to San Francisco, and San Francisco somewhere near 1964. We moved around a lot. Yeah, Cadillacs were the big ones, the fins. My big fear is I would have the bucket of soap and be soaping down the cars, and I would slip and have the thing impaled. No. My mother did not. My mother tried a lot of stuff. No, my dad was an alcoholic, and he had wanderlust. So, well, that's fine, but my iPhone screen is broken. Um, so my fear is I would slip and have those big fins impale me. Now there was a time in the 70s where nobody could give them away, and then they wound up being sold in Japan for 50 grand. So I'm kicking myself. No, I'm not Italian. No Italian in my background as far as I know, and I don't have money to go to Ancestry.com. German, Japanese, Slovakian, Hungarian, Lithuanian, more, and some East German and German. I can get an iPhone repaired, the screen for $50 in San Francisco. I didn't have a chance to call Fix Your Mac today, so I'm not Sicilian. I've only eaten Sicilian pizza. That's the extent of my Sicilian. I do know about Sicily, though. I started reading it somewhere near Caesar's Gallic campaigns and other things. So I have the historical atlas of the world at war, historical atlas of World War II, historical atlas of Civil War, historical atlas of Judaism. I just saw a couple more patent books I don't have, and so I have no Tony the Apple guy. And I did know a guy who ran a pizza parlor who was involved with the mob in San Francisco. So that's another story. I've known mob guys in San Francisco. You don't mess with those guys even today. They're still out there. If they're your friend, they're your friend. But if you make a mistake, you can pay for it physically or permanently. So, but the old guys are going, but they're not all gone yet. What the hell? What am I show or hide that's in Russian? Yeah, more like a bad fellow in my body. And we've now been on 78 hours, and the number in New York is Bigelow 8. How long have I been on this stupid thing? Oh my God, 110 minutes. How many is that in hours? 17 people on, 4 with the thumbs up. I don't know how many for thumbs down, but I blocked that. I've never seen that movie, nor the Vegas movie. What's the Casino? With Don Rickles. The funniest man, if not, or at least one of the funniest men who ever lived. And Marty, oh, not Marty, what the hell was his name? I just did a video on him. Marty Allen. He just died. He was in Pittsburgh. And I saw a reference to, not Michael Keaton, Jeff Goldblum. He's from Pittsburgh, I think. So, or he did a movie having to do with Pittsburgh. So, Janet Leigh's from that area. Joe Montana's from that area. Several other NFL players, and Jim Thorpe. So, and Gene Kelly. All Pittsburghers, folks. Wait a minute. How would you be a male escort digging through the trash? This is very puzzling. So, white crowd, you'd rather listen to Heather Wade than me, huh? You'll pay for this. I thought you could, like, stream and listen later, but I guess I'm more exciting than Heather Wade. Okay. Robin Hood and the Seven Fruits or something. Sorry about that. First thing came to mind. Yeah, well, you know. Yeah, the horse is out there. The horse, Nori keeps playing that horse with no name song. Wish that were Heather. No. I hope I don't have a dream tonight. I wake up with Heather Wade in the bed next to me. No! I know I need a podcast, but certain people have promised to get me one and never came through with it. What I need is win the friggin' Powerball, and I can buy my own radio station. If the haters will probably try to block that. Buy my own radio station and put a live cam in here and get a Russian translator to figure out what Cutie is saying. Probably a spy with moose and squirrel. By the way, I found something on eBay. I lost my storage in 2001, and I lost my Rocky and Bullwinkle, my Boris Badenov, my Dudley Do-Right and Horace and Nell, and my Macy's Bullwinkle, and the one thing I got teased a lot as a kid, a Mr. Peabody. Everybody called me Mr. Peabody because I always had glasses and always had a book with me. Show me the flag of America. Well, hold on. These things right down my ass, so keep pulling them up. I gotta make things that I need Velcro for my butt. Well, it's not hanging from the wall; it's hanging from my lamp. But if there's the flag with the alien con badge. There it is. So you get to see that, and the parrot. Oh, he's the dead parrot. He's turned upside down. That's the symbol. It's from a gas station, but the symbol is the Pittsburgh parrot from the Pittsburgh Pirates. Oh, there's the flag. You wouldn't think it, but I'm getting hot in here. This is nuts. Only 9 o'clock. It's 72 in here. Feels like about 80. John B. Wells is good. I like John B. Wells. Yeah, I've lost 50 pounds, but I gained 8 the last time I went to the hospital. Excuse me. And I was embarrassed. Thursday, I am going to do one thing. It may not be healthy, but I don't care. I've had a rough 2 months. I'm going to have a steak dinner breakfast. Steak and eggs or something. And so I figure out how to steak an egg. No, I don't want to eat more. I do not want to eat more. They won't fix my bad knee until I lose weight. I figure another 50 to 60, 75 pounds. I'd like to get to where I was before I broke my knee, which was 260. You grow steak. No. I don't grow steak. No. Steak goes moo or moo. It's a bull. So I don't have any Welch's Grape Chewies, and they have GMO ingredients, so I stopped buying them. I don't have any Chewies. This is my Chewy, the coffee. I have some white bread, which I ate earlier with, never put the hot dogs in the white bread because the bread fell apart. I didn't toast it. I was in a hurry to try to do this video. It's all 6-week tenure's fault, as always. And, hey, where's that bum Jerry? He always gets in here and no open lines, Jerry. Where the hell is he? So I had 4 hot dogs. That was my breakfast and my dinner. A cow goes moo, but I was being facetious. Let's see. I wanted to live vicariously through eating good food. Gali DiGiorno. I've got some off-brand like guacamole or something. Acciolini, I don't know. It's in the kitchen. So, but I was embarrassed to gain 8 pounds recently because I haven't been eating right. A lot of bread, but if I eat too many veggies, people, you should go vegan. Well, first of all, I tried to catch a vegan, and with my bad knee and ankle, I couldn't catch one as fast as I hobbled. I didn't have any bungee cords or rope to grab one, so I couldn't cook the vegan. And I wonder what vegans taste like. Do they taste like broccoli or rutabaga or beets? Yuck. So Kathy hates beets. Kathy gave me 2 big cauliflowers. I had one of those the other day. Oh, I love cauliflower. I need to get butter buds. So I'm going to try. The problem is this side of my body, this big lump here, won't go away no matter what I do. And I got the Robert B. Parker book on lifting weights. So later in the year, I'll be buying. They said you need to get a set of weights where you can attach the weights. So I've got to find out where to get one of those. And I'll see about, I'm going to have to put some kind of wrist thing. I'm getting carpal tunnel elbow, for God's sakes, from playing on my iPad so much. So I'm going to get a set of weights. But I found out, I tried, maybe as you lift more weights, you can do it. I tried to lift 12 pounds and it hurt. So 10 pounds is about the limit. So I can do that maybe while I'm doing other things. So, no, you don't wish I weighed myself. I weigh myself, I'm 330, and I had been down to 322 from 375, so I was very embarrassed. Parasitic, 6-week human hanging around the dumpsters too long. Not a parasitic twin. Somewhere around I have pictures of me thin when I was 25, and I just gained weight when I fractured my kneecap. And then this knee, before the right knee got injured, this knee got injured when I ran for the bus. The something in there got injured. I never had the surgery because I became homeless. They were supposed to operate on the left knee. They're both screwed up. Yeah, it's the dead twin of Heather Wade. It's sitting in there. It came in there through alien implant. So it's the Heather Wade's twin dead in there. And as soon as I figure out what I can use, get some Gorilla Glue and cut it open, pull it out, put it in a jar, and put it in the background, and that lump will be gone, I hope. It might be a face hugger in there, or a fat hugger, I don't know. It'd be scary. So, this thing here, let's see this thing. How old is this thing? Oh, okay. Here we go. 8-year-old thing. The Red Flag Guide to Buying a Used Car. Ways to help you save you thousands and successfully negotiate a great deal. I got this little booklet. So people wonder why I've got all this stuff. There's things that might be useful. I have been throwing stuff out. Then I got these. I've been cleaning. And I have here, if you're into phone hacking or computer hacking, the old stuff, 2600 magazine. Used to love to get these at Borders. Fun freaking. I found this is weird. This is Microsoft. This is really old. I got this for 50 cents. I never used it. I really should give it back to a thrift store. Oh my God. System requirements. Windows 3.1, Windows 95, and something I never saw. Windows NT 4.0, PC compatible, 486 or higher processor, 2 megabytes of RAM, 2 megabytes free hard disk space, 256 color video, 16 or 24-bit recommended, 3.5-inch floppy. Well, I have a bunch of PC floppies around here somewhere. Well, this is still, no, it's not sealed. There we go. Old days, SeaWorld. Doesn't say a date. Whenever I call this number, what would happen? A technical support number. Open 9 to 4, Monday through Friday. When did this come out? Photography, copyright, SeaWorld. Printed in Korea, of all things, not China, Korea. Here's the disc. And here's the SeaWorld. This was a screensaver. So in the old days, we had screensavers on PCs and Macs. And then, let's see, there's a, what's this? I'm going through all the paperwork and throwing out what I don't need for whatever reason. Oh, this is my thing for my portable hard drive. I paid 30 bucks for. A 120 gigabyte hard drive. And this is an old issue of Analog. You should read that and donate somewhere. And by the way, there's an issue Well, I wrote a letter analog years ago. This is my light bulb that broke for my lamp. I got a new one. I'm going to have to get a new one. See what else is here. With that, if I can open this, I saw a video how to open these. If I can open this and show people what's inside without getting mercury all over me. There's mercury in these bulbs. This is a dead light bulb. And this is a map of Livermore where we go to Emma Villas for ribs. Let's see what else is here. Oops. I pulled on that and pulled on the cat. So that's all that's in here. And this, back in the day, not a while back, this, and I don't know if this works or not. I'm going to have to see about hooking this up to my Mac. This is a very heavy, about 2 or 3 generations back. Well, this is a giant, heavy-ass C hard drive for the Mac. So I've got that thing, and I don't know if it works or not. I'm going to have to play with it. If it doesn't work, then I'll have to break it open, pull the circuit board out. Because I got told by somebody it was too damn old. It was USB ports. This is a portable hard drive that weighs a ton. So this is another thing that's kicking around. Still got the power supply, but there's another piece that goes, which I'm going to have to find before I can open it up. I don't know where the hell it is. All kinds of stuff floating around. I better go through all this stuff. I can actually get rid of some stuff. So anyway, yeah, there were at least 3. Yeah, with the gold mine, I would have more money with it. There were 3. I saw at least 3 earthquakes in San Ramon and that area. Another thing for my mail, I'm going through that. Slowly going through all the mail and things and important letters I got to keep and other stuff I can throw out. What's this? Oh, alternatives to knee replacements for older athletes. So that's why I kept that. I think I will take a trip to. Oh, wait a minute. This may be me. Let's see if this is me or not. Or it's not. No, it's not the one with me. Damn it. We went to this event about 10 years ago. Pokemon Black and White Tour. And this was somewhere. Seattle, Strongsville, Ohio, wherever the hell that was. Westfield, Oak Ridge, San Jose, Memphis, Tennessee, Arcadia, California, Indianapolis, Aurora, California, wherever that is. Gee, they test invisible mine cars there. Philadelphia, PA, Bloomington, Minnesota, Paramus, New Jersey, Grapevine, Texas, Lawrenceville, Georgia, Tempe, Arizona, Orange Park, Florida. So we went to there and went to the event, and I got a picture of me in another thing where I'm thin with Pikachu. So I don't know what's in here. A bunch of mail I have to go through. And, well, I could throw this out. Here's the rent receipt. See, you find treasures. This is a rent receipt from last year. $202 owed, and I paid my rent. Put that back up there. Now we'll go and things will be thrown out. Yeah, one piece that would go out of the apartment forever. If Kathleen would be a Pokemon, a Squirtle or a Bulbasaur. She loves those 2 guys. Kathy's got her microwave. I've got her kitchen utensils, but a lot of stuff. My mother, her bathtub on the bottom broke. The caulking or whatever you call it, and no, I don't know Commodore 64, but at one time I repaired Commodore 64 disk drives. Me and a friend from Shoe Art named John. I forgot what the hell I was going to say. I have a cooking utensils, but a lot of stuff we had to throw out because when the bathtub caulking broke. It flooded the apartment, and the entire apartment was full of mildew. So a lot of stuff had to go in the garbage. We could not keep it. Sheets, bedding, everything. And she would keep the heat running 24 hours a day because she was cold all the time because of circulation through 94. But the apartment got flooded. So I pay 2,000. I pay $1,500 per house and 2,000 per hotel. Monopoly joke. I pay 240 a month, but what I always do every month, unless I don't have the money, I always pay more than the rent. Just like I pay more on my credit cards. The trick with credit cards, by the way, it took me 40 years to get Kathy to understand this. You pay more than the minimum payment because you got to pay the interest and any monthly fee. So, no, that was Glenn. That was Glenn. I had a friend who he got to 600 pounds, but one thing he would do, he would, well, imagine if this was a bottle of juicy juice. He would drink this horrible stuff called juicy juice. It's got absolutely no fruit in it at all. It's all chemicals. And he was lazy and fat, and he got fatter over the years. He started when I met him 260. He used to complain about his back hurting. I said, well, if you'd walk more, you'd lose weight. If you'd eat better, you'd lose weight. So what he did, the bathroom was like where I'm sitting would be his bed. And the doorway was about where my bathroom doorway is over there, about 4 feet. But instead of getting up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom, it was cold where he lived, and in the flat with 2 other guys, he would get up and pee in the bottle. And when the bottles were full, he'd sit in the bed, and when he got done, they were lined up in a row of 3, extending out in the wall, all around his bedroom. And I finally got fed up, and so did the two brothers. They were both named John, and it was truly inventive. They got fed up too. They said, we can't stand watching football here with all these piss bottles around. So we went down to the garbage cans downstairs and took all those bottles and the garbage men were not happy when they picked them up money. I think they were like 155-gallon bottles of piss, and they had grown things inside, and it was scary. So and last time I saw him, he was eating 2 Hungry Men dinners. I would take him out to dinner. We would get a huge Japanese meal. They don't serve that anymore. The shrimp lovers special for $30. He would eat. Then he would go to what is it? Ice cream, Baskin Robbins, and I would give him a hot fudge sundae. Then he'd come on, well, that was a good snack, and he'd eat a Hungry Man TV dinner. And last time I saw him, he was stark naked. It was scary. It was like watch one of those fattest man in the world things. He was sitting in front of a table, and his gut was hitting the table like here. And he had 2 Hungry Man dinners, and he was eating with 2 forks. So I said, that's it, I'm done. So we knew each other for 30 years. I miss him. He was my friend, but got to the point where I couldn't drive him around anymore. He would sink my car and other things. Let me get something else to show you guys. I do have a treasure trove of things. Hold on. Just a minute. I'll be right back. I'm going to go in the other room for a while. That's not going to work. I'm going to hit that every time I go by. I'm coming back slowly but surely. I have to turn sideways now because I put this thing in the way. All right. For those who think, the haters think I'm not from Pittsburgh, I saw recently on Amazon or eBay another version of this. It's basically Monopoly. And I'm not going to take the thing off. I've never played this. By the way, a few years ago, I sent Richard C. Hoagland. I found it in the store, and then I found that after I sent it to him, it was worth $50. I found Marsopoly. This is Pittsburgh in a box. And the money just came out. So let me put this down here. Put the money back in. Oh, God, the money's all over the place. I'm going to put the board back in. And there's the box. This is basically someone's version of Monopoly. One day I'll have somebody, maybe a 6-week tenure, because we can play this. So, that's been sitting in the living room since I moved in here. I found it in a thrift store. With old school rules, not a booklet. This game is dedicated to the great city of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And you have, this is from Late for the Sky production company. And this is 3 pages of rules. And money. There's your 100. Your 50. Now in Monopoly there's 500. 20s. And 500s. 1s. 5s. Guess I should put all these in rubber band. 10s, I've rubber band somewhere in the living room, in the box. And then underneath here, you have their version of community chest and chance. You've been towed. Pay $50 to center a board and lose a turn. So there's the towing. Let's look at the green one. You win the Pittsburgh Marathon. Take a victory lap around the board. Collect 200 as you run past walk. So there's that one. And then we'll do the deed. Heinz Hall. Hunt's Hall's long lost cousin. That's a thing at Pitt, I believe. Or it's a concert place. I can't. Let's see if we can find something else I do know. The U.S. Steel Building. Heinz USA, which is now owned by Kraft. And their Nirvana for all Pittsburghers, if they know any better. Kennywood, the amusement park. It's been there forever, about 100 years, I think. And they have a little, what's in here? Can't see these very well. Keys and keys of the city, I guess. Dice. A construction hat, looks like. A star. A Pennsylvania Dutch pretzel. I'm going to have to see if there's another game of this to get these, just to have the pieces lying around. And, I don't know, a steelworker's hat, that's what it is. And a baseball mat for the Pirates. Baseball mitt, not mat. And, and a heart and a sailboat. So that's the pieces. I'll put this away before I leave it lost. That's been sitting on top of my bookcase for 12 years. First time I've ever looked at it. I don't know what I paid for this. Got it somewhere, eBay or thrift store. I think I got it at this thrift store for $12. Some thrift stores do not jack the prices up. I read where Goodwill jacks the price up so people can't resell stuff. They overprice stuff, and there's a lot of junk in there. Okay. Yeah, well, honorary a key to the city of Pittsburgh once your channel hits the big time. Well, it took me 7 years to get 1,000 subscribers. I don't know if I have that long to live, 6 weeks. I'm 65. If there had been YouTube 30 years ago, yeah, I would have. I'm going back to Pittsburgh in 2020. Gonna fly. I'm not taking the train. My itinerary is Pittsburgh, New York, then come back and stop in Minneapolis and go meet Justin and the Slackmaster. Justin, the Slackmaster, and Justin is not the Slackmaster. I'm losing track of my shtick here. Justin and Jeremy Nojoy, the Slackmaster. So my two friends who live there. Oh, Mayan Cat is fine. And I've got a special project going on for Mayan Cat, which I will not divulge yet because it's being created. So when I get that, I will send that off to, no, nothing personal against Russians, but I don't care to shovel snow. I wanted snow, I'd go back to Pittsburgh. I'd go to Denver, or I'd go to the Sierra Mountains. It's too cold. My arthritis in my back won't take it. I go out to feed cats, and I'm frozen for 2 hours because we've had really hot 11 to 16 mile-an-hour winds. I don't do cold well anymore. I forgot what the hell I was saying. It's gone. Oh, Mayan Cat. I got a project for Mayan Cat, and when it comes, it will be sent off to Justin. And then the next time he goes to Guatemala to tend to his vast coffee and honeybee empire, then he can give it to Mayan Cat. And I will give him a camera, or a video camera, and he can do a video of Mayan Cat, and then send it to me to go on my channel. Everybody I've done pictures of Mayan Cat, post on my blogs, and post on my George Senda, the guy from Pittsburgh Paranormal News Forum, and people love Mayan Cat. Mayan Cat gets 300, 400, 500 views. I would love to meet the sweet little white Mayan Cat, defender of Guatemala, and do a video with her and cuddle her and hug her and all that. She's a very sweet kitty. Or he, I can't remember if he's or she. So no, I don't want to move to Russia. It's just too cold in the winter. I've known nothing about summer temperatures in Moscow, but one of my apps on my iPad does list the temperature in Moscow, but I can't look it up because I'm on this. If my other iPad hadn't been stolen last year, I could tell everybody what the temperature is in Las Vegas, Pittsburgh, London, New York, Los Angeles, Miami. That's the only thing I'd like to go to Miami. Sleep? Who sleeps? I stay up all night usually if I can't sleep. I watch YouTube and I play Dominations, Star Wars game, a farming game that I can't remember, Vikings, Mobile Strike, Backgammon, Hearts, and YouTube. So it is now 9:35. This is early, but I was going to take a nap and then get it. So I may end this in another half an hour or so, unless I run out of stuff to talk about, or I run out of water. I'm going to Pittsburgh in 2020. I'll fly there, see my relatives, and do some videos of the former things like the Mester Steelworks, J&L Steel, Lincoln Govat steel plants. They've turned some of those actually into condos and shopping centers. Go search out the former Iron City Brewery if the building's still there, and go out to Latrobe, and they moved to Latrobe. So I'm go out to Latrobe maybe, go see where Rolling Rock used to be. I think they were in Monroeville, McKeesport, something like that. Go to Kennywood. Depending what time of the year it is, either go to a Pirates game or a Steelers game or a Pitt game. Go show people where Ford Field used to be. The original place, or not the original place, but the last place the Pirates played before they moved to Three Rivers Stadium. Pen fell on the floor. And go to Permanes. Now, I was very saddened class action suit's been filed. They stiffed their employees on their tips. They were stealing tips from the employees. That's a rotten thing to do. And now I've put you all to sleep. So I'm always amazed. I got 1,000 subscribers. Only 15 guys watch me. I've never understood that. You'd think every video would have 1,000 views. Well, you might qualify for something depending. You wouldn't believe some of the stuff they've got. Shampoo, soap. If you buy products, every once in a while something comes up. I bought disk drives years ago and I got money. I bought computer monitors. I got money. But they're only good for a while, and then you have to file up to a certain point, and then they're done. Safeway's got one now. If you bought olive oil, not Popeye, not Bluto, not Brutus, not Wimpy, and not Sweepy, not Eugene the Jeep. There's other ones. I got to check the other day for Symantec. I got 2 checks for Symantec. There was the first check was the class action. The second check was the money left over. No, you don't want to lie, because you're signing for those up in condition of perjury. But I've qualified for a lot of stuff. I've gotten stuff from Kellogg's. I bought yogurt for Kathy, and Kathy bought yogurt, so we each got a check for that. I got a check for pretzels from Snyder's Pretzels, Pennsylvania Dutch Pretzels. No, I don't sing music because it's copywritten, and they'll take the video down. They'll give me a copyright strike. They don't be able to do this again. Sorry. Frank Sinatra is my favorite singer, Dean Martin, Sammy Davis Jr., Edie Gourmet, Vicky Carr, Steve Lawrence. I'm into some jazz a little bit. I couldn't tell you one jazz guy from another. I just know I like Count Basie, Benny Goodman, Glenn Miller, some of the first music I ever listened to. Don't listen to a lot of new stuff because I don't like it. Well, see, the problem is my favorite video games are from 20 years ago. Time Traveler, White Crow, you're back. Maybe Heather can go with the Time Traveler and go back or forward in time. We'll be done with her forever. I play stuff from the 80s, so Apple computer games, Game Boy stuff. No, I'm not going to hum anything that's copywritten, so please stop asking, 6 Week. They have algorithms to look for copyrighted music and melodies. That's why I'm not going to do it. They will give me a copyright strike, and if you get 3 of them, you're done with YouTube forever. They throw you off. Remember, I haven't been on here since October, so I'm not going to jeopardize this. Tigers in the Snow, an Apple game, the old Wizardry, the old Ultimate Series. Drank Russian vodka once. There's this brand, I think it's an American brand, I couldn't prove it. Smirnoff, I used to have screwdrivers, but that was I was 18 and could handle a big glass of vodka and orange juice. I don't drink much anymore. I was able to handle it then. I get drunk, I get silly, and I fall asleep, then I wake up with a headache from hell the next morning. I've never understood people get so plastered they can't even walk, or they're throwing up, or, so. I am curious about Stolnachaya, and one day I want to try some of that. Go down to a bar. Yeah, right. How many times they threatened this White Crow? I don't think so. If they were to launch a nuke at the U.S., it'd be the last thing they ever do. Pyongyang, or whatever the hell it's called, would be a glowing cinder. I was always amused by James Bond in You Only Live Twice, where he finds a bottle of Siamese vodka in Osato Chemical. Yeah, I got drunk at a party, but it was all a bunch of University of Pittsburgh dental students. All of them were drunk, and they were also sniffing um, nitrous oxide. We were all hammered. But remember, I was 16 then, and well, you know what? We've had Madman Markham. We've had John Titor. We have a number of people who claim to be time travelers, and John Titor, from what I have read of his stuff, he was full of crap, so wasn't true. So anybody can say anything on a podcast or a radio show. Doesn't mean it's true. The only guy that I found that was accurate of all the predictors was Gordon Michael Scallion. He did a show with George Norrie, and three of his primary predictions came right, and he was 80% on other ones. So that guy would believe before other people. Now, he has been wrong. We have not seen the West Coast drop off and the Mississippi widen to 50 miles wide. So I don't think so, because MK Ultra was mind control, but they were all also um, teaching people to be assassins. Candy Jones, the wife of John Neville, claimed she was a CIA assassin. And Donald Bain, the author of the book there, and some other books I've got, including the Jessica Fletcher Mysteries, Murder She Wrote, he just died, which is a pity. I would have liked to interview him. But no, and I won't ruin it, but MK Ultra has been referred to in the X-Files, so I'll leave you to watch the episodes. I do have gaps in my memory other than being old, where the sections of my memory are missing, and that was when I was younger, and it disturbs me that I have gaps missing, and there are other things. Russian movies, a long time ago I saw Potemkin, and a few other Russian movies, but it's not something I normally watch. No, not from LSD. I didn't do drugs. I knew people had their brains destroyed by LSD. I didn't smoke pot. I didn't use hashish. I don't use heroin. I don't use pills. I get drunk on 2 drinks. So and my system doesn't handle drugs well. So even prescription stuff that I have to take, I forget to take it, or it has side effects. Like it makes me horrible dizzy, or some of them make me nauseous. So when I grew up, the hate Ashbury was in its heyday, and I saw a lot of kids burn out then. So yeah, well, the problem is, okay, let's say I move inland and the Yellowstone caldera blows. We're all screwed. So I'm going to move, but I have to make sure that the land is buildable. If that's not buildable, I'll find another piece of land. But it would be nice. It would be nice to get the land I want. I have Abram there and me and probably 6 weeks. No, 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 no. With booze, you lose. With dope, there's hope. Well, to me, with dope, there is no hope. I've seen people addicted to heroin. They've been addicted to crack, and and PCP. Not people I knew well, but I've seen them after effects and how it destroyed their lives. So no, I don't. And I had somebody from your neck of the woods 6 week tell me in chat that parts of Colorado now there are dozens, if not hundreds, of stone potheads lying around the street, and they're doing absolutely nothing. And the whole cities are turning into like homeless potheads. So Amsterdam, I think, or Geneva had a problem with that. Amsterdam, Copenhagen, or Geneva, and they had to crack down on the free drugs because it was destroying the tourism and the businesses. So I've often thought they could take an old stadium and rather than tear it down, put a big dome on it, let the homeless live in it, take the seats out and put beds in and let them live in the football or baseball stadium. At least purpose it for something other than tearing it down and building a hotel or something. I have no idea. Um, the only thing I know about Putin, and Putin is for Russia. He's also for Putin. I do know that when he took over, the oligarchs put him in, and he had a meeting with the oligarchs, and he said, "Look, you can make all the money you want, but you're not going to tell me what to do. I'm not your whipping boy." And he's been a strong man ever since. Of course, this guy was ex KGB, so of course he may never. The KGB has a new name. I don't remember the name offhand. I could have to look it up, but I don't see Putin not being elected. So Vladimir's dreaming. Oh God. Okay. I like Boris Yeltsin. He was a good man, and they tried to kill him. So no, Kathy has never ridden a. Putin is a man's man. He hunts, he fishes, he runs nude or something. I don't know. I don't know. I don't pay attention to Vladimir Putin. It's on the top 100 things to do, unless it comes up in the news and, oh, that's interesting. He does his thing, I don't mind. I wouldn't mind interviewing him. But Kathy's not ridden a mechanical bull, neither have I. I'm not going to do that. I watched a bull have sex with a cow once. That was the extent of my bull knowledge. And even though I collect stuffed bulls because I'm a Taurus. So this has been brought to you by the Russian tourist agency. And so, oh God. Heather Wade interviewed Putin. Where would she meet Putin? No, White Crow, don't keep me updated about Heather and the time traveler. I don't want to hear it. Okay? Well, I don't know how she managed that. That's another feather in her cap. But I have no interest in Heather Wade. I wish people would stop mentioning her. If you want to talk about Heather Wade, go to your own channel. I find her to be boring. So I once wrote Leonid Brezhnev. I never got an answer, but that was snail mail. So whoa, okay. Well, that's interesting in a sense. That would be a trivia question. Name the presidents of Russia in sequence, or the premiers. Now, I did not collude with the Russians. I wrote them a letter about the space program. I never got an answer. When we had Apollo Soyuz and Skylab, I thought it was important for us to stay and have manned space, and I still do. I did collude with the Russians, if you want to call it collusion. The number 2 man from the Soviet Union lived in my apartment building with my parents, not in our apartment, but he lived in our building in 1960, 59, 60, 61, something like that. I used to play Monopoly with his kids. So, no, I did not tell state secrets. He taught me what little Russian I knew, which I've since forgotten. His kids beat the crap out of me in Monopoly. They were capitalists. No, I was not in the Army. My father was in the Army. My grandfather was in the German Navy in World War One. My uncles were in the Kriegsmarine, the Luftwaffe, the Wehrmacht. My other uncle was in the Imperial Japanese Navy, and so I was not in the armed services, although I was going to go in the Air Force in 1970, and I didn't. It's one of my biggest regrets. So, and I'm not a comrade, just George. Um, uh, so I might go to Moscow if it's warmer. one day, but I'm getting old, you know. So thank you. I think George Love with a smiley with his sunglasses on. I need that in Moscow. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna get up again. I shouldn't get up again. I have two pairs of sunglasses now. I have to wear for my eyes. So yes, it's very cold in space. You can survive for a few seconds if you're in vacuum. Staring inward. Well, I've been out in the back 40. That's what I've been doing. Back 40 of my bedroom. So hello, staring inward. What do we got now? How many people we got on there now? 15. Game 15. Never changes. I need to get a rope and start grabbing people off the street or something. I can't believe I'm talking for 158 minutes. You pass 60 miles, you're officially in space. Yeah, they've had balloons and stuff. I have no problem with marijuana. Yeah, I partaked a long time ago. Got paranoid with one joint that a friend of mine gave me. And the other thing was I got horrible munchies. I would go to Cala Foods and buy 2 big bags of groceries and eat everything in the bags, and still be hungry. So I stopped. I just said I can't be paranoid, thinking people are going to kill me, and I can't be eating myself out of holes. And that was $50 back then, when in the late '70s, $50 was a lot of money. A lot of money today, but so I knew guys who they smoked marijuana every day. I don't use prescription drugs for fun. I got enough trouble remembering the ones I have to take. My asthma medication, my inhalers, my high blood pressure, my cholesterol medication. I dropped my cholesterol medication in the sink. No, I don't. I am allergic to Vicodin. I took one when they prescribed it to me. My head just about exploded. My blood pressure went over 200. So, okay. Let's see if you, I don't know if you can see this or not. This one says Green Lives Matter. Although I think they're really gray, but I saw it and I couldn't resist. So that's what this one says. No peyote, no hashish, no. I had once when I was younger. Someone gave me a hashish brownie. I took one bite and spit it out and did yuck. So, curse to the man who sees UFOs. No, I have not seen curse. I'm way behind my paranormal stuff. I've been playing my games and trying to get my apartment done and do other things. So Wednesday they will come and weather strip my friend's door. Not friend's door, my front door. Now, don't want no opium lace hashish, so please stop with the drug references. I don't do drugs, and you want to do drugs, fine. As long as it doesn't affect me or other people, you're more than welcome to do all the drugs you want. Do it in your own house. Don't go out and get drunk or get stoned. And of course, Santa's real. I played Santa on stage. Why would he not be real? Of course, he's having a real problem. The ice of the North Pole is melted, so he had to move to the South Pole, probably next to the Nazi cave complex or the interior hole to the center of the Earth. But of course, I believe Santa's real. I haven't eaten a donut in months. No, I do not believe in the flat Earth theory, because if there were a flat Earth, I and everybody in an electric wheelchair, a walker, a cane would have fallen off by now. I don't know. Remember, Santa was Saint Nicholas originally, so that does not have 5 letters. You know, sinus has 5 letters. I mean, it's silly to come up with that. Some believe that. I firmly believe that Richard Byrd went down there with Operation Paperclip, and the Navy and the troops got their butts kicked by something. Might have been Godzilla, for all I know. Well, remember, a lot of stuff with Satan is in one section of the Old Testament. A lot of do a Santa video for kids with Kathleen playing an elf. There's not enough material for that. I don't think Kathy would go for that. A lot of that comes from pagan things long before Satan, so or Santa. So I'm not worried about it. What's this? A fin book. Here. Oops. I haven't had a chance to look at that in a while. Got a lot of magazines here. Photoshop Creative, Web Designer, Mac Life, Mac World. I don't think either one of those are around anymore. Sad, I missed those Mac magazines. Men's Journal, Strategy and Tactics, but that's real 2013. World War II History. Let's see. I have Mirage-Man, Travel Guide to Haunted House, a lot of haunted houses of California, stories of Pittsburgh and Allegheny County haunted. I just saw another 2 books on haunted Pittsburgh. I'll have to get those eventually. This guy's obsessed with stuff. If it isn't Santa, it's something else. Anyway, I'm not worried about Satan. I've died 3 times. If I'm bad enough to go to hell, I'll go to hell. If I'm good enough, I'll go to heaven. But I'm frankly convinced I've got a guardian angel, and I'll go to heaven if there is a heaven. And we don't all become worm food. And it could well be that there is no afterlife, and ghosts are just a chemical thing in our brain. I like George Knapp very much. I'd have to get a lot of barf bags for that 6 week. Ratty Patty is Kathy's girlfriend, and she's a real pain in the ass. And I really don't like the woman. She's mean to Kathy. No, Ratty Patty would not be my guardian angel. God would strike her down dead. That is not going to happen. My intimate relation with the Almighty. I'm convinced the fact that I've died 3 times, someone's watching out for me out there. No, I don't have a green ceiling light. I have my green alien. Actually, I have 2 of them for the lamp, and the other one's broken. So you may not have never seen my light up the alien. And that's from a thing called Alien Pops that came out in the 90s. The company no longer exists. They had suckers in the shape of aliens. Floating spirit? No. Not unless you see something I don't see. He just sits in this. This is a St. Patrick's Day pot of gold with no gold in it, sadly. So he sits in there. People lust for my green alien head. Even haters want my green alien head. So if you're seeing a floating news, now that's a sheet I put up there. That's white sheet. I found that in a bin of laundry, clean laundry, but I haven't managed to put it away. So it's just sitting on a milk crate. I don't think so, because it's got an LED bulb in that, and I don't think they put it. Let me see. That they do put out heat. I'm wrong. That lamp has an LED bulb in it, so they do put out heat. I didn't think they did, unlike fluorescence. So, but that one's 15 watts. It's not going to put out a lot of heat. But I have another one, but he's sitting over there. The connection to the lamp, I made a lamp out of him, and he broke. So I got to get a lamp shop to fix that for me. You'll have to take the wiring out. I drilled the damn plastic. Took forever. It's very thick on the bottom, and I made a lamp out of it, but out of an old lamp socket and running the cord through the wooden stand. But one day it fell over and the wiring broke. So, excuse me. losing my water here. So if I get him repaired, you'll see 2 alien heads in here. And then I got to figure out where I put the connector for this. This was sent to me by my friend Aaron. I just disconnected him. But this lights up. It's an LED thing, and there's lights underneath it. And it does different colors. But I put the damn connector back there. Put it somewhere one day and recently. And I'm going to probably wait till I can see what the hell I'm doing next month. I have things like my other portable hard drive. I keep this for sentimental reasons. This is my original microphone, blue microphone, but it's broken, and Blue will not refurbish it or repair it, which is annoying. And this is the, no, I can't lift that. It's caught with wire. My other blue microphone, the gold edition, the anniversary edition. And what else? But if you go back to earlier videos, I've done videos of this entire apartment. There are various renditions of getting things straightened out and cleaned and moved around, and I'm slowly going through all the tables. But I got these to try to hang my hats on. They don't work. I have several baseball caps. This guy. What is this? Oh, this is the thing that you can take pictures with. I had to find the instructions for this. You can take selfies, pictures, and then put them on the internet. But he's not charged in. Got this at a thrift store for a couple of dollars. It's cat-like. And this is one of my notepads. Choco Cat. I love Choco Cat. Yeah. Hey, baby. 9 o'clock in the morning. It's making me sleepy. 6 week. I'll be home all day tomorrow except for cat feeding and going to the post office and cat feeding. Oh, I got to go out and get rid of the 2 bags of cans and bottles for cleaning supply money. So call me tomorrow evening if you can, or, and I will return your call. And I think it's time to send you next month a little USB charger you can plug in. That way you can carry it with you. But we got to get you the hell out of the construction site. Nobody should live like that. You could sleep in my bathtub. They're coming tomorrow to unclog it. This place has weird plumbing, and periodically hair comes up out of the drain and dirt. So we could put some dirt in there and you could become a flower bed. You could sleep in the flower bed in my bathtub. They got to go in with a snake and drill it out and get the clog done. So, oh, that's moving. That's on. Oh, shit. Excuse my language. I move one thing and something else is falling. That's why I'm going through stuff. This is a whole bunch of bills and things I want to keep and references and pens. This just started to fall off the table. So I said I'm trying to get this place as straightened out as I can with the limitation that my knee or feet or something don't screw me up. And there's a whole stack of, I don't want to do that. That's going to fall. Whole stack of former Mac and PC discs, but they're holding up this stack of other stuff where the cats are, and I think it's about to go. Yeah. Move one thing and another thing, and there's a bunch of books here I got to go through and put back on the shelves. It can be dangerous in here. So I'm going to move these guys because they're putting too much weight on this stack. Hey guys, you sit somewhere. It's over here. And I got this at Borders before they went out of business, so I wish I'd gotten a second one. He's really cute. Reminds me of Orangey and Squeakies. This is one of my, I have about 200, 250 Star Wars and Star Trek books. Paperback and hardback and different things, so. Yes, Colonel Klink. I know nothing. I am out of practice in my John Banner accent. Kathy hates Hogan's Heroes. Yeah, the problem with Haunted Martinez is there's only one more place I know of that's haunted. Oh shit, there went the, sorry for swearing, there went the stack of discs. It just fell on my foot. I didn't mean to swear, but it scared me. I didn't know what was falling on my foot. Could have been my Toon Animal collection or something. Well, since I've got these here, let's see. Just 2, 3, just 1, 3. Who knows what this is? Mac stuff, it looks like. A losing lotto ticket, but I keep those. If you ever win the lotto, you want to keep all your losing tickets and you can deduct them, the taxes they take off. Okay, Quicken Financial Planner from 1995. I have an older Mac, so one day if I get a 3.5-inch drive, it works. I think the GS might actually work on with the Mac. Claris works, which is the updated Apple works from 1994. The Macsoft Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, an SSI game. SimCity graphics disc, some kind of blank disc. Here. Hair-Raising Havoc, IBM Tandy version, disc 2 of 5. I don't know if I have the rest of them or not. Disney software. Now, some of these I've tried to reformat for the Apple II GS. They won't work. Sea Rogue Disc F. I don't know how many. I've got a bunch of these floating around. I'm going to dig them all up and look. Quarter Pole Disc 3, some kind of game. Another blank. Oh, this is a high density Mac disc. This may work on my Apple II. Yes, I'll put that over there. Should I put that in here? Animation 1.44 megabyte disc. There may be stuff on these, but I don't have a PC anymore. Cobian setup disc. Oh, shit! Scared me again. Hold on. All right, hello? I moved it left to, I moved it right to left. Did I do it the wrong way? I think I may have. Oh, God. I swiped. It didn't work. I did, try it again. Hold on. All right, try it again, please, 6 week. I scared myself. Every time I answer your phone, I get scared. Dilbert Screensaver Collection, Disc 4 of 4. Microsoft Works, Disc 2, Apple Macintosh. On here. Team Vocabulary Science and House Program and Data MS-DOS. Boy, oh boy, here we go. The disc that every America got, either floppy, circular disc, 3.5, America Online for Windows. Another blank disc, and Norton Software Sampler for Macintosh. I gotta figure out how to open that when he calls, because it scares the hell out of me. I'm not used to this. I'm used to my iPhone. No, that's not gonna work. See, no, left. It is right to left. It is left to right. Excuse me, I did it right. I have a touch of bronchitis, but whatever I did. I never seem to get the phone to working right. So I'm trying to call him on my regular phone. Let me see what happens if I call him in this. I'm calling you now. I intend when we have a car to do lots of haunted videos of haunted places in the Bay Area, the Gold Country, Napa, Sonoma, San Jose, Winchester Mystery House. Kathy didn't like the idea, but too bad. I thought your phone was out of charge, by the way, so. I don't understand why the hell is thing on inbox anyway. If he's homeless, who's calling him? We're friends, but that puzzles me. When a person you have tried to reach is not available, please leave a message. Beep. Answer the phone. Beep. Goodbye. Well, there's that. The saga of trying to get a hold of each other with the stupid phone. When on an iPhone, that won't be a problem. The iPhone doesn't scare the hell out of me. This thing does. It makes a horrible noise. Let's go and see if there's some kind of noise I can change that to. Frog or something. Well, 3 people have dropped off or dropped dead or fallen asleep. I think it's time to end this. How long have I been on this damn thing? My God, 180. In 9 seconds, it'll be 3 hours. And I'm getting tired. And I have cats to feed of my own. They want their supper. So I think that's going to be it, folks. Have a great night. Thank you, Phil. Where have you been? Now I'm getting ready to leave and you get in here. Probably took it 3 hours to find out where I was. George, not George, 6 week, your phone scared me. Call me tomorrow or I'll call you. Get your damn answering thing off and I'll call you on my landline. How you been lurking? How dare you lurk in my room, sir? You do not lurk. You come out openly so I can talk to you. And ask you to send me money. No, not really. It's for the cats. I'll be okay. After Alien Con, things will get better. The times will get better. La, 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 la. Hoping one day I win the lotto, I could hire Crystal Gale to sing my theme song. Midnight in Obscurity. That would be my theme song. I love her singing. She's cute. It helps if she's cute, too. So, in fact, if I won the lotto, I'd buy Art Bell. That's what I would do. Bring Art Bell back on the air. Just buy him. Here's $20 million. I own you. I bought a bike. I'd drive you around Martinez in a sidecar. You need a bigger bike. Yeah, I have to get my teeth fixed because part of my problem is when I talk, first talk I know right, and I'm missing these teeth. The air goes through the missing tooth. I have to get these teeth implanted. Hopefully not by gray aliens. We'd talk about that too. If I had the money, I'll tell you what I would get. If someone has $5,000, send it to me. I have to go to Texas to pick it up. And it fits 2 people. And we could put a shelf in there for a cat. And I thought of getting another gray alien and green alien and putting him in the back as a tail light. Have a LED bulb that would change colors. Really drive drivers nuts. What the hell is that? Particularly at night. I saw a UFO. It was hideous. It was green, then it was red, then it was blue, then it was yellow, then it was orange, then it was white. It was in front of me for miles. And it wouldn't speed up and it wouldn't slow down. I couldn't get around it. It buzzed my car. There was a fat guy and a guy who was wearing who was wearing tights. It was scary. A strange alien wearing tights and a fat guy with glasses, or with no glasses by that point. They were only doing about 30 miles an hour. They were hovering over my car. Oh, they followed me for miles. Or I followed them for miles. I don't know which. And the guy kept dropping grape snacks and Snapple bottles. Yeah. Art Bell. I would love to prank Art Bell or George Norrie and call up as JC. Hello, Mr. Bell. This is JC, your 10-star general of the airwaves. And I want to tell you that George Norrie is a wallet thief and a criminal of major proportions. And how dare you, Mr. Norrie, talk to me in that manner? How dare you, sir? I am JC. I am God's emissary. And your pornographic radio show, your evil ways, Mr. Norrie. You and that Tommy. Yes. No, you cannot talk to me in that way. I am God's emissary. The 10-star general. No, do not talk about Edna. You are not allowed to discuss Edna. She left me. I don't want to do Mr. Martinez. Because then people would say I'm racist or something. My name is Mickey Martinez. With the nod to the great late Bill Dana. Jose Jimenez. My name, Jose Jimenez. Or, what the hell was the first name of his character? Glick was the last name. Don Adams, something Glick. Sherman Glick? Something like that. Sebastian Glick. He was doing William Powell before he was Maxwell Smart. So he said part of the problem with that, he would start talking like that, and on the set of Get Smart, everybody would go to lunch, and they would say, Don, what do you have for lunch? I'll have a hamburger. And then everybody would go back, I'll have a hamburger too. I'll have a cheeseburger. And he said there would be 40 people all talking like Maxwell Smart till he forgot how to talk like Don Adams. They would come back, and they'd all be talking like Maxwell Smart. And the director said, stop it. We can't get any work done. You're all talking like Maxwell Smart. I saw that in an interview. Maxwell Smart. I have to really practice that, though. What do you mean? Great stuff in my youth. One of the greatest shows on television ever. And, of course, didn't hurt that 99 was on there. Barbara Feldon. Oh, God. Barbara Feldon, my first girlfriend, Julie, looked and sounded alike. The only difference was Julie was bustier. They could have been twins vocally and I don't know. Mel claimed he sold the hole to the federal government and they fenced it off with trespassing signs and maybe guards. It's in Washington. Maybe Drone can, or 6 Week, or not 6 Week, Open Lines Jerry can figure out exactly where Mel's hole, because if you listen to the old programs, he pretty much told the general location. He dropped a refrigerator down there and it kept going and going and going like the Energizer Bunny. You know, we could lower Heather Wade into Mel's hole and see if she could do a podcast from the bottom of Mel's hole. Of course, I always wondered, if you dropped something in Mel's hole, would it wind up in China like the old jokes about the hole to China? Or would it wind up in Art Bell's Bigfoot Scream cave? Remember that when he used to play the Bigfoot Scream all the time? Or it might wind up with UFO Phil, God help us. That song, Norrie's obsessed with playing that song at the end of every show. And that song about Phaedra and how she knew my name or forgot my name and she jumped off a bridge, or that was Billy Joe Robinson or something. Nori plays these songs over and over again. Make it stop, make it stop. I don't think Mel fell in the hole. He said on Art Bell that he sold the whole of the government, or maybe they forced him to sell it. It's on his property. So who knows what happened to Mel's hole? One of the great mysteries of the 20th century. Where is it fell now? That's why he's holding it up. That's why I've got a bunch of stuff here. A bunch of discs here. I got to do something with all these discs. Put them in a box or something. Get rid of them. So, yeah, Wednesday they come over to do weather stripping. On Thursday, the first of the month, they got shopping. Yeah, let maybe tell you about Phaedra and what the hell is a Phaedra? Where did they come up with that name? Strange names. I forget who the singer is. Lee Greenfield, Greenwald, Green somebody or other. Nancy Sinatra. Flowers, cherries, apples, potpourri, or God knows what else. Oh yeah, Kathy hates Dancing Queen. So of course, what I do, she comes over here and oh, dee 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 dee. I played ABBA. It drives her crazy. I love Dancing Queen. I could probably, if I were thinner and could get Art's voice down right, I could pretend to be Art Bell one night, you know. Just, if I had permission to play the music, I could be Art Bell. You know. It would take work, though, for me to imitate Art Bell vocally. I don't know. I haven't looked up yet. I'll look at that tomorrow and let you know. He's asking if I can do copyrighted songs on Patreon streams or if that off limits like YouTube. I know the copyright, anything before 1915, I think it is. I have to look up the law. It's been a long time I looked at is fair use. But I did that with a here I go. Al Jolson. And YouTube flagged me for copyright. So, and I complained bitterly because this came from, it was Tell It to the Marines, one of my earliest videos, and it was still, somebody held the rights to that. It was like 1914. It really irritated me. Now, people, for some reason, there's a great singer named Karen Ng, blonde and really nice and sweetheart, and does some great covers. They're managing covers, they don't get flagged. But if I do one 40-second clip, whoop, 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 I don't get it. How are they doing that and getting away with it? If I do 40 seconds from The Towering Inferno or Patton, they flag me for copyright. So I know they have bots that look for this stuff. I don't think we would do some Velvet Morning, though, because I've never liked the song. If I could get away with a parody, I've thought of several parodies I could do. Skynet Nori is something, is watching you. Skynet Nori? I never saw the Terminator, so I know what Skynet was. I had a Terminator game for the Apple II once. Who the hell is Skynet Nori, Phil? Is that more bell gabbers or 4chan people? I was wondering about that too. Is there a 5chan or 6chan or 7chan? Or do you get egg roll with the 4chan or 5chan or 7? Let's see, I'm going to move this stuff. Keep that, I got to look at that tomorrow. Move these over here. See what's in the stack here. I haven't shown you already. I think I have shown something. I can show it to you guys again. For those who have not seen it, this stack of stuff here. Old ancient book, because I love the program and I do not like the new one. I'm old school. I like my old stuff. although it was kind of cheesy. Battlestar Galactica. John Lee MacDonald, one of the great writers of the 20th century. A Superman Justice League book, Final Crises. Civil War book, Bruce Catton, one of the great Civil War writers, The Coming Fury. John Creasy, Follow the Top, which was a saint-like character. I don't know why I keep this. He's dead. I guess because I want to look at these and see how right he was. Sidney Omar's astrology guide for Taurus for 2010, and there's another one. I was digging through stuff and found these. Taurus for 2012. Star Wars The Abyss by Troy Denning, and really old school stuff here. And I'm on the list, bucket list, things going to eBay some of his other books that are not Perry Mason, Earl Stanley Gardner, The Case of the Lazy Lover. And so, got a lot of books here. Let's see. What's this? Some catalog of Christmas stuff and other things. Brookstone. No cover. Leave this for the stuff all the time. This is I wanted to frame these. I love kitties. It's a really old Black Cats catalog. Calendar. Not catalog. I want to put some of these in frames. Cute black kitties. We'll put that down there. I miss Tiny One. Little stinker. Fairly recent but kind of useless Money magazine. Stoneberry. Oops. Not want that in the cat food. King size catalog where I've got clothing. All right, now. Oh, I did it again. Oh, God. How is he doing this to me? It's driving me crazy. A sock. Okay, hold on. Glenn did that. He wrote 3 of them. Gee, the phone went bye-bye here. Hello, phone. Phone went bye-bye and I got scared again. There's got to be a trick to this stupid phone. What happened to the damn phone? Let's try this again. How come you're able to call me, but I can never get through to you? I can't dial him on the phone. It's driving me crazy. Another catalog. Hummock or Schlemmer. You can buy a PT boat for $3 million. I mean, they have a great electric blanket for $200. Neat catalog just to look at, folks. Ugh. Paperwork to go through. Thing is filled up. That's probably what knocked the disc over. It was a pen cup. The senior center bulletin. That's what this is. I can go to that. All right. There's something wrong here. Every time I try to call him, it doesn't work. Every time he tries to call me, I push the phone wrong. All right. I'm going to try something. I'm going to dial my own phone, if I can figure it out. Now that's weird. On the top, it goes answer. Hello. Here, let's do this. I can talk to myself. Feedback as opposed to feed front. Well, I can call my phone and talk to me on the same phone. Like that, I can be in stereo here. I can talk to myself and then we take it away. All right, disconnect. Now that shows up on the top as answer, but when he calls me, it doesn't show up on the top. It gives me this circle in the middle and scares the hell out of me. I don't get it. No, I am not going to call Russia. Sorry. Nope, ain't gonna do that. That's a cold call, but Jack, I have Skype, but I upgraded Skype and it wiped out all my contacts. It's on here, I think, but I don't know if it works. I started to write a mystery novel and the bell gabbers hacked it and stole it off the internet, so I quit doing that. I was also writing a bell gab novel. First chapter was wonderful. I blew up somebody on one of the haters on Belgab. So I didn't finish that either. Here's more disk. Maxsoft True Type Font Pack 2. Fast Ethernet PCI adapter LAN driver diskette. After Dark updated. The problem with After Dark is this would still work. I have Star Trek After Dark, but you don't have you don't have the passcode, and they're out of business. So I have it on CD, but it won't work. Access program for the Mac, baseline, Access the Game Cheater. I don't remember what that was. Here's Star Trek Little Bits. True Type fonts for Microsoft Windows 3.1. Unfortunately, they're in the Star Trek type format, but they do not carry over to Windows ME, Windows Vista, Windows 95, Windows 98. Blank disk. Norton Utilities 2. I had Norton Fry one on Macs. It killed the Mac. It totally crashed it. Dracvision. I think this was a Dungeons and Dragons type game or something. Microsoft Word Disk 1. Another couple of Apple disks. I'll throw those in there. See if they work in the GS. Disk lock for the Macintosh, 5th generation systems. Maybe I should take all these and separate them and put them on eBay for $5 or something and get rid of them. I said, no guarantee if they work or not. Here's what happened with some of these. The labels would come off. Net Manage. Disk 2 of 5, 30-day trial. There's Net Manage. Another blank HD disk, CH, that was a 3.5-inch drive manufacturer. That might work with the Mac or the GS. Excuse me. Fujifilm formatted IBM PS2 compatible disk. That might work with the GS. And the original After Dark screensaver at the Flying Toasters. Flying Toasters? Flags, floppies, Z-term. In the old days, the best Macintosh communication software. Hello? What the hell? I just heard a voice. Yeah, I'm George Senda on Pittsburgh and the guy from Pittsburgh on Pittsburgh. George Senda on Facebook. I heard a voice coming from somewhere. Very odd. This tool is 7.5. Well, that's been a disc I've been looking for. I have a set of Macintosh disk tools. So as soon as I find a box for it, I can sell that on eBay off the computer. Microsoft Works and SolidDisk 6. And Norton Utilities 2. That's all the discs that are sitting here. I'll go through these and get rid of them or something. You're on the line where? I don't see any of you on the line. I see a screen. You ain't there. How are you on the line? Wait a minute. If I do that, I'll try to dial in. Hello? 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 No, not there. Hello? Yeah. Telling me to save the message, press 9. Okay. That was a voicemail from Nordstrom's. To send a message to them and look on the back of my credit card, which I don't have, to call them from the back of the credit card. That's funny. Call us from the credit card that you don't own. The mystery card. All right. I don't know what he's doing online because I got the message from Nordstrom. That was a voice I heard. I'm going to try him again. The never ending call. Maybe I should do a live video of me trying to call 6-week tenure for 24 hours. No, I can't show my computer. Well, I could, but. All right. Here's my map. If you can see it. The problem with the iPad, it blares everything out because of the light. Backlight. No, it's not the crazy neighbor. That's me screaming. Hello? Oh, it's ringing. Why is it I keep calling you and you don't answer the damn phone? Maybe I didn't hear any tone. I keep calling him, he never picks up. Probably got the guy from Pittsburgh blocked on his phone. I can't call, but I've talked to him on the phone before, on this phone. I can't figure it out. Let's see, you're supposed to swipe it left to right, exactly what I did, and yet I got no answer. I don't know what to do with this thing. Another fine mess you've got, man, to do 6-week tenure, as usual. Everything is your fault, or Jerry's, or drones. A lot of stuff is drone's fault. Area 51 drone. One sock. I didn't mean on one sock. That's pretty strange. Anyway. Call me on your phone. I can't call you on the iPhone. The screen's broken. I could call you on this. And by the way, the iPhone is not a phone anymore. It works as a game device and looking up the internet, but I can't call anybody on it. There's no phone service on it. It doesn't work as a phone. Excuse me. Or I can call you on this, but you don't answer. Long story behind that. Somewhere near, I don't know what the charger is, I have an iPhone 4. I had Verizon and then no, because I think the iPad might Wi-Fi down to the sidewalk now, oddly, but I don't know for sure. This will go all the way to my laundry room, which has got to be a good 50 or 100 feet away. But if I go into the laundry room, the walls of the laundry room wipe it out. I called the laundry room company on this today. And when I called the police last week about their car wreck, that it worked down the curb underneath my stairs. Not underneath, but on the street. But I've tried to call you on this. And I've tried to call you on this, and all I get is, the person is not available. Start being available. I'm going to come to Colorado and kick your butt with my bad leg. One of the bad legs. They're both bad. Make you watch Broncos games. Backwards. From the fourth quarter to the first quarter, to the kickoff, to the coin toss. Torture you. Every excruciating second. Or pins. Somebody bitching on you. Get too many pins. Well, you never have enough pins. That's partly because a lot of them don't work. There's a damn dart. A dart for a Nerf type gun. I've been looking all over for that. There's a dart. Gotta send it to somebody. No, well, my Skype on my Mac does not work. I updated it, and when it said do the update, it wiped out all my contacts. People I've been talking to on and off for years, they're gone. And it will not let me add new contacts. So it won't let me add the old ones, it won't let me add any new ones. I can't call anybody on Skype. No one can call me. Otherwise, I could take this screen and move it to Skype, and people could call me on Skype, but I can't do that. And I can call people on Skype on the iPad, but I can't call people on Skype on the iPad if I'm using the iPad. So this is why it was so important to have my second iPad, which was stolen. And next year I'll buy a new iPad. Then I'll have two iPads and grow an extra set of arms so I can have Skype calls. Everything takes money, though. If I'm going to get an iPad, I'll buy the iPad Pro. By that time I get one, it'll be iPad Pro 2 or whatever they call it. So, and I don't think this thing has Skype. I got Pokemon Go on it. Although I've yet to catch a Pokemon, I haven't figured it out yet. Got music with no music. Don't know how to get music on it. Got a gallery. Got voice search. Got FM radio. To start listening, plug in headphones to use an antenna. You can't listen to FM radio without headphones. Shopping sites, free app village where they charge you for the apps. Popular sites, Facebook, Google Play Store, camera, and Vody, whatever the hell that is. File Explorer. Some weird thing with a face. What the hell is this thing? Oh, messaging. That's my Uber code and other thing. It couldn't get Uber to work yet. Calendar. Today is the 31st of nowhere. Today is the... Now this is... Okay, it is right, but it's Monday the 26th for another hour and 15 minutes. There's the calendar, but again, the backlight of this blots it out. You can't see anything on these stupid devices. Well, I'm starting to cough, and I'm losing my voice. So I've been on here for 212 minutes and 3 seconds, 4 seconds, 5 seconds. And I got 5 people that said they liked the video, and the rest of them all left town. 8 are watching. I think it's time to end this, guys. I need more hot tea with lemon and figure out what I did with my hot tea with lemon cup. I think I left it in the other room. But I will see if I can get on Patreon tomorrow or get back on this. But I don't think I'm going to do it for almost 4 hours because my voice starts to go. So, thus, Videnia, goodbye. Have a great night. 6 week. We'll figure this stupidity out tomorrow. I'll let this charge all night so it's in the living room tomorrow, and hopefully it won't scare the hell out of me every time it rings. Next year, I have an iPhone 8. After I buy my 4x4 and get my license back, and then you can call me as I trudge out to Winchester Mystery House, haunted houses in the Gold Country, Reno, Carson City. Kathy wants to go to, not Carson City, she wants to go to Virginia City. There's haunted hotels there and bars. I want to do videos on that. She said, oh God, you and your videos again. You know, she talks like my mother about, oh God, you and your father. So it's reminiscent. She's old and cranky sometimes. And I finally said, look, you can do videos to help buy you 3, and this will be the 4th Prius. I don't hear any crap from you, woman. So uh, I I don't know if pierogies are Russian or not, and that's my mother would buy Russian cuisine from this Russian deli on Geary Boulevard and at 6th Avenue. The only thing they would sell one thing, they were smoked whitefish chubs, and we love smoked whitefish, both of us. Kathy didn't like them, but the golden whitefish, they're wonderful, but they're bony. It takes you forever to eat them because you got about 1,000,000 bones in them, and they're not cheap either. About $9 a whitefish or something like a little whitefish, big whitefish. I don't like smoked salmon. I don't like lox. And I tried eating lox in a bagel, but the hasp kept getting in my mouth and pulling my teeth out. So I'm the only person I know that Kat didn't like salmon either, but my mother loved the stuff. So I've never eaten baklava. I think that's Russian. That might be a pastry. Greek. I have no idea. I've eaten goulash. I can't eat sour cream unless it's cooked. That's the closest to Russia. Everybody. I think that's Hungarian. So I have no idea what they eat in Russia. Um, Maybe caribou or reindeer, or is that the Finns? I don't know. All right, that's it for me. It's 2 hours and 15 minutes, and my arm's getting tired. I just flew in, and boy, my arm's tired. So that's it, and I will catch you guys tomorrow. But I think next time I'm only going to go do 2 hours, and then I'm going to rest because the cats want to get fed. Fuzzy wants to be cuddled and fed. Fluffy and little girl patiently waiting on the bed on the clean blanket. And only problem with that blanket, it's very thick, and I wake up sweating all the time. But if I don't wear it, I don't have it on top of me, and I freeze. So, okay, guys, get your friends to subscribe, and Mr. Pikna Obnra, close I can get to it probably. Uh, Let me know what Russian cuisine is the next time I'm on, the next time you're on, and I'll go take a look at it. I have cookbooks here, but I don't think I have any Russian cookbooks. And so I'd be willing to try that. I don't do lamb though, so don't give me a lamb. Lamb comes back up on me. My stomach and lamb do not get along. But I'm sure there's other things. I don't know if you guys have Mongolian influence there or what have you, but who knows?